is people get triggered over one coin gifts. That is, did you know that?
Well, you learn something new every day, that's for sure. So, I'm an eternal student of the world. So I guess, something new to add to the back of the mind, to keep in mind always of the world. So I guess, something new to add to the mind, to keep in mind always that
I
one
ended my
quinkles.
live to go to bed because I have a 12:30 call I have to get on. And to go to bed because I have a 12:30. I honestly, I just went in. I was just going to say, "What's up, Coptic? How's it going?" And I honestly, I just went going to say, "What's up, Coptic? How's it going?" And that was it. Not even knowing who was in there. Rumor has it somebody was blocked. So I didn't even expect any of that going in there. Who was in there? Rumor has it somebody was blocked. So I didn't even there. And I mean, whatever. It is what it is. And
Well,
I've always said Coptic is the only one over there that
mhm.
has a personality and could run a productive live. And you could say whatever you want, who was right, who was wrong. Coptic is the only one over there run a productive live. I don't know, but it was productive. If
Super.
you're into that stuff,
Yeah.
that's your kind of live. Not my
N-
kind of live. I don't know, but it was productive. If
Super.
you're into live, not my kind of live.
Yeah, it's totally my kind of live. But back to what you just said, I love surprises. So, yeah, it's totally my kind of live. But I love surprise. That was a treat. It really was. And you know what it is? When you have good opposition and people just being consistently wrong, it gives you a great place to be correct. Good opposition and consistently wrong, it gives you a great place to be correct, and then
Right.
you can go and study the scripture and be like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that doesn't sound right, but this is the right way. You can go and study the scripture and be like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that doesn't sound, and this is what it actually says or whatever, you know what I mean? So that's pretty cool too. Yeah, that was fun. That was great for me. I love that kind of thing. This is what it actually says or whatever. Cool too. Yeah, that was fun. That was great for me. I love that kind of thing.
Yeah. If you put $1 million cash on my desk in front of me and said you could have the $1 million if you repeat one full sentence that was said, I could not do it.
Uh,
I
well,
just and if you repeat one full sentence that was said, I could not do it.
oh,
I just can't.
yeah. I just back to the one coin gifts and being so shaken up. I also, yeah, I just being so just was like, I didn't know that when you're like such at a high level of unbotheredness, it, people will literally try to say anything. This is like, I didn't know that when you're like it, people will literally try to say anything. And when you just look down at them and their pathetic attempts at, trying to get to you, it makes you kind of just sad, right? Just sad. It's like, oh, nice try, bud.
But do you
Nice
expect
try.
anything? Do you expect anything more?
Sad, right? Just sad, bud.
But do you
Nice
expect
try.
anything? Do you expect anything more or
No,
less?
no. But you know what? It's just like, it just also was a good reminder of like, wow, it really feels good to wake. You know what? It's just like, it just also was a good reminder of like, wake up in the morning and not think about other people except myself. But unfortunately, I guess not everybody can say the same.
Here comes Bombi. Bombi,
Oh,
your thoughts?
coffee cup immediately.
Bombi,
Oh,
your thoughts?
coffee cup immediately. Yeah, I don't know, but it's weird. Also, like if you don't believe in the devil or Jesus, how can you rebuke? How can you rebuke and say people are from the? Yeah, I don't know, but it's weird. Also, like if you don't believe in the devil or Jesus, how can you rebuke? How can you rebuke and say people are from the devil if you don't actually believe that? Shouldn't you only
Sorry,
talk?
what happened? Did you guys leave the live? Did you get kicked off? What happened?
No,
No,
he
not at
finished.
all. Didn't get
Shouldn't you only
Sorry,
talk?
what happened? Did you guys leave the live? Did you get kicked off?
get kicked off
Yeah.
at all. Coptic was
Yeah.
very respectful. He said he was. I don't know if he did end, but he said he was ending, and I just thanked him for hosting me and complimented.
I mean, he
What
closed.
he was? I don't know if he did end, but he said he for hosting me and complimented.
I mean, he
What
closed.
are you laughing at?
He closed mid sentence. So
I
I
swear
think.
to God, you have to be the pettiest person I've ever come across.
Wait, how am I? First of all, Bombi, just so you know, I swear to you, I was told. Wait, how am I? I swear to you, I was told that certain people were even blocked from Coptic. I saw Coptic was live. I went in there, nothing more than to go up and say, I saw Coptic was live. I went in there and say, "What's up? Hope you're well. Just know you could always stop by." He complimented me. He said he's watching my lives. I don't know if he really is or not. Doesn't really matter. And that was that.
And then you just so happened to sit through a debate that you really couldn't give a fuck about.
Well, the pettiness kicked off, and I'm like, you know what?
Not me. I love that, Bambi.
You couldn't give a fuck about.
Well, the pettiness kicked off, and I'm like, you know what?
Not me.
Yeah, I know you, B. I know you, B. I know you generally love those conversations, but Dave don't give a fuck.
Correct.
You know what? I believe.
Yeah, I know you, B. I really love those conversations, but Dave don't give a fuck.
Correct.
You know what? I believe the Holy Spirit planted seeds, and he may not remember in his conscious mind, but he's gonna go to sleep that cradle Catholic, and he's gonna dream of Jesus. That's for sure.
I'm telling you, I could feel the blood pressure like going up on a certain individual.
Every coin, just slightly bringing it up. Every coin. People squirming in the comments.
Do you think at any point I gave a fuck what was being done? Like they were gifted this one and that. Who gives a fuck?
No,
do you think at any point I gave done like they were gifted this one and that? Who gives a fuck?
No,
it's TikTok.
You know, it was so funny.
I know, like it's crazy.
And
like
people about to go bankrupt. People about to go bankrupt for. It was so funny.
I know, like it's crazy.
And
like
people about to go bankrupt.
Charging your.
Hold on, you're both talking. You're both talking.
No, I said charging your credit card like to the max for TikTok is crazy. Charging your.
Hold on, you're both.
No, I said charging your credit card like to the max for TikTok is crazy work.
And just think about it. Whatever certain people got in that live, if I did not show up there, they would not have gotten it. So where's my fucking cut? Send me a check. It is what it is.
Listen, yeah, really, but maybe not. That's like blood money or like attention whore money. So they don't want that.
Can I ask you a question, Bianca?
Yeah.
So one thing I did like about ask you a question, Bianca.
Yeah.
So uptick in what he said is, and he's saying it. He keeps on saying it on almost every live. Is about heritage. Uptick in what he said is saying it on almost every live. Is about heritage, right?
Mm-hmm.
What heritage ChatGPT can give you? Please answer.
Hey, listen, the only heritage or the inheritance that it can give you is a boatload of delusional confidence. Outside of that, nothing more. Heritage or the inheritance that it can give you is a delusional confidence. Outside of that, nothing more.
But I thought we already realized that after the whole Asher thing that ChatGPT wasn't a reliable source.
And can we just talk about
man.
no, ChatGPT is a tricky little dog because it really will be telling on you. Because what was that comment on the bottom? I screenshotted it if we want to look. Christian Christian math games. Because you know she really said, ChatGPT, can you debunk the Christian math games they play to make them? And she put it with her chest on the panel.
How did you notice that? Not that I was paying attention at all, but Will you put? Do you have it? Will you put it up?
Yeah, let me crop
No,
it
do you
so
know
that it
what I
doesn't show the whole thing.
no?
Hold
Do you
on.
know what I
Okay,
did
that's fine.
get? Oh, you
What?
can't swear at a Christian. You can't swear at a Christian. Excuse me.
Let me crop
No,
it
do you
so
know
that it
what I
doesn't show the whole thing.
no?
Hold
Do you
on.
know what I
Okay,
did
that's fine.
get? Oh, you
What?
can't swear at a Christian. Excuse me.
I could have said anything, and she was going to be pissed off about it. And if you paid attention, whenever she said shit, I just ignored it, didn't
Love
even
you,
acknowledge
Duval.
it. No big deal. Alexa, block Duval.
Don't even think about it.
Alexa off. Alexa off.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
And all it was is all I did. And to be fair, I don't show up to
Let's
many
see if she
lives.
changed it. Hold up. Let us see. Oh, why Jewish counting isn't Christian math game. That's because why would ChatGPT say that? That's prompted, honey. This is hysterical.
Why
Oh my
Jewish
God.
counting isn't? But what does that mean?
Because she asked ChatGPT. Because so the argument is is there's the prophet Daniel prophesied when the destruction of the second temple would be. And then he prophesied that the Messiah would come by that point.
Yeah.
So the Christian argument is if Daniel's the way that you biblically calculate, because he doesn't say 490 years exactly. He says like 70 by 70 weeks or something like that. And then you have to do the calculations yourself. And Jesus was born exactly within that time frame, and the temple was destroyed exactly according to that math from the prophecy. So Coptic is saying if Jesus is not the Messiah and and Daniel was wrong, then who's the Messiah? So she asked ChatGPT. It was over her head. She didn't get it. She doesn't even understand that there was a prophet. She probably doesn't know who Daniel is. But so she goes, so what are these why Jewish counting isn't Christian math game? So Josh is like, babe, we learned this from you guys. This is a Jewish concept.
Though. Josh already said you're kind of cooking yourself.
Yeah, but imagine ChatGPT is that dirty down dog. It'd be telling on you, girl. It'd be telling on you.
Who was that Joshua guy? He was not a fan of mine.
No, well, he's just serious about the scriptures. He didn't want to make it about. He wanted it to be serious.
Tell him it's a fucking dancing app.
Well, he's yeah.
He's what?
No, he does. No, he doesn't take these things lightly. Like he's a troll, but he trolls like people of other faiths. Not like
him and Daniela have a lot of like beef between them. So I think he
like people of other faiths. Not like
him and Daniela have a lot of like beef between them. So I think he generally wanted.
Yeah.
To,
then he better. He needs to realize who I am.
Yeah.
I guess,
what are we doing, Joshua?
Yeah, I know.
He needs to realize.
I guess.
What are we doing, Joshua?
Yeah, I know. It kind of put a little bit of a hindrance on the magic of your appearance and in that live. But
why
you say that? Oh, because of Joshua?
Yeah, a little bit. But he didn't know. I don't know if he knew what was going on or understood.
Dave, I must know, while that whole conversation was going on, what were you doing?
Gifting Bianca one
I know,
and I'm like, literally.
I tell you, he was going hard, and then when I got off the panel, I was like, wait a minute, I'm still getting gifts. How does that work?
Thank you, Andrea.
It keeps going and going and going and going.
Oh there was one point where I took a phone.
Wait a minute, I'm still getting gifts. How does that work? Going and going.
There was one point where I took a phone call. Probably maybe 10 minutes. I'll look, but maybe 10 minutes. I just turned the broadcast down and then just kept pressing the buttons to send the one coin gift. 10 minutes. I'll look the broadcast down and then just kept pressing the buttons to send the one coin gift.
But I wonder who it was. Who do you think it was that Coptic referred to that was giving him a lecture on where to go and who to sit with?
I know exactly who it was.
I think if we just a tiny bit of thinking, we can figure that one out.
I mean, come on. and to be honest, I'm not gonna lie.
Just a tiny bit of thinking, we can figure that one out.
I mean, come on. And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. And once again, I'm gonna criticize Coptic a little bit. I'm surprised Coptic would even allow any of that, even for a heartbeat. if you remember, Bianca, whenever all the pro-Israelis joined my panel, they learned very, very quickly, don't come to me bitching about anything, because I literally, Israelis joined my panel quickly. Don't come to me bitching about anything, because I literally will do the opposite, so you never bitch again. Okay,
Yeah.
Mish found that out very quickly. D-lying about anything, because I literally you never bitch again. Found that out very quickly. D-Light, of so many others, don't bitch to me, especially publicly. Okay, now, if you and I are found that out very quickly, D-Light, of so many others, especially publicly. Cool, and you got something to say, 100%, I will take it in a more serious way. Be cool, and you got something to say, 100%, I will take it as you and I are cool. But don't ever say shit publicly, because automatically I'm doing the opposite.
So Bianca, one more question. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
you
go,
said,
Joe.
You said Mashiach ben Yosef.
Yeah.
Where did you get the ben Yosef from?
What do you mean? In terms of like the rabbinic literature?
Yeah, so it's actually.
Yeah.
Where did you get the ben Yosef from?
In terms of like the rabbinic literature?
Yeah, so it's actually, and I was amazed that nobody corrected you. It's Mashiach ben David.
No, but there's two Mashiachs in Judaism.
Who was on the
Amazed that nobody corrected.
No, but there's two Mashiachs in Judaism.
Who was on the panel at the time?
Everybody.
Was
So,
Nathan
no,
up there?
Well, no,
you
they
were
don't,
talking
because they
about
don't
the
know.
prophecy. You were talking about the prophecy of Mashiach coming back to us. When Mashiach is coming back to us, it's not Mashiach ben Yosef. It's Mashiach ben David.
No. So the question was, so in Daniel,
Coming back to us is not Mashiach ben Yosef. It's
No.
Mashiach ben David.
No, in Daniel, in the book of Daniel, there's a prophecy that says the Mashiach will be cut off. And so, like karet, okay?
Yes.
And so we understand that as he'll die, because I don't know how the rabbis interpret it, but the way that it's interacted within rabbinic literature is that understand that as he'll die, because I don't know how the rabbis interpret it, but in rabbinic literature is that, well, in fact, there will be two messiahs, Mashiach ben Yosef, and they say he's going to be from one of the tribes of the sons of Yosef.
Yosef.
And he's supposed to be a leader, and I gave all the qualifications. And then he's supposed to die. Some traditions argue he's going to resurrect or come back to life, but I mean, that's not relevant. So that's what I was referring to, because he was saying, well, how do Jewish people read that Daniel says the Mashiach is going to be cut off? If he's supposed to die, then what does that mean for the Mashiach? So then Mashiach ben David comes in the end later, but you guys believe it's a different person.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, another thing that the Jews didn't correct you over there, we don't believe that once Mashiach will come, he will die. Another thing that the Jews didn't correct you over there, that once Mashiach will come, anytime, once Mashiach will come, according to our belief and heritage and what we learn, etc., I bet you that anytime, once Mashiach will come, according to our and heritage and what we learn, etc., I bet you that ChatGPT can teach you that, but maybe I can, is basically all the unalived will rise from the dead.
Yes,
and then
we believe that.
And then heaven will go down, and heaven will be on earth, basically.
Yes, Christianity
so
believes this too.
Immortal. But
Yes.
ChatGPT didn't say it. I don't know why.
No, well, when you don't know how to use Chat, well, I don't use ChatGPT, but when people who use it a lot don't know really how to ask the right questions, I think it becomes
heritage.
Yeah.
And also, to be fair,
if
if Nathan was on the panel, like Nathan knows what he's talking about. Like, yeah.
But
Are you saying no other Jewish people on the panel knew?
One second.
Nobody knew.
Oh,
And
wow.
the same people that was on the panel thinks that our countdown as Jews is 4,000 years. And they said it multiple times, and it's not. It's 5,000, is 4,000 years. And they said it multiple times, 700 and something years. Guy, learn your heritage. Know who you are before you debating religious. Please, I'm begging you. 700 and something years. Who you are before you debating religious. Please, I'm begging you.
Well, that's what,
You're
you
just
know what?
embarrassing us.
It's best to have like actual people who are observant and like went to yeshiva and stuff because it gets more fun, right? Because it makes you also question. It forces us to be like, oh, wait, we should read this and we should reconcile this and we should figure it out. But, you know, unfortunately, when it's not like that. And Sajida, I don't know what you mean misunderstood. We're not supposed to be.
Sajida saying Joe was wrong for the
Oh,
correction.
she's saying to
I
Joe. I thought you
believe.
were talking about me with the
Well,
whole
what
in the flesh
She's
and
correction?
out of the
saying-
What
flesh.
I
correction
don't
was
know.
wrong?
Sajida could speak for herself. She's a grown ass woman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I know
Sajida,
definitely
come up, correct me.
me with the
Well,
whole
what
in the flesh
correction?
and out of.
Speak for herself. She's a grown ass woman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I know
Sajida,
definitely.
come up, correct me.
Okay.
Sajida
she's
doesn't
saying-
sit here because she's worried about feeling the wrath from others.
Oh yeah.
So
She said you misunderstood her. She didn't need correcting.
I thought she was talking
sit here because she's worried about feeling the.
She said you misunderstood her. She didn't need correcting.
to me about the in the flesh comment because I think I figured everybody knows that.
Joe. She was talking to Joe, saying Bianca didn't need correction. Joe, you misunderstood her.
No, I was. It doesn't matter. She didn't. She don't
I think
understand.
Bianca didn't need correction. Joe, you misunderstood her.
Doesn't matter. She didn't.
He's not throwing jabs at me. He's
I'm being cynical, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah. No, there's a. I mean,
Sajida,
he's not throwing jabs at me. He's
I'm being cynical.
Yeah, no, there's a. I mean,
Sajida.
very interesting, thrilling, exciting. You know, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. It was fantastic.
Yeah, W Coptic, but what's not fair?
You know, I was on the edge of my fantastic.
Yeah, W Coptic, but what's not fair is the way I see it, again, as a Jew with heritage, not ChatGPT, is having somebody on your panel and debate them when they know nothing about nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be harsh. You can't ask a question Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be harsh. You can't ask a question somebody that don't know the answer. Now, as much as we or I disagree with Asher, but Asher can school him. Rabbi Litvin can. Now, as much as we or I, but Asher can school him. Rabbi Litvin can school him.
That's like the worst thing you could say is Asher
know.
could school. Well,
No, you know what it is though.
I'm here
I'm
for
gonna
it,
be
Joe.
honest.
Listen,
I'm
you
gonna
can't
be honest
take it
though.
away from him. He's
I
very
agree.
knowledgeable biblically.
But
Point
you
blank
guys have to
period.
understand, and this is the misconception because I've known Asher for a few years now. Asher's position is the most Christian-proof position, but nobody's actually ever heard because they're just mad about what he does. The way that he understands the
Speaking
Bible.
of fucking,
there we
speaking
go.
of devil, I was
Yeah,
about
the
to
way
say
Asher
effing devil,
understands
but
the
maybe I
text,
shouldn't.
the
Speaking
Bible.
of fucking,
there we
speaking
go.
of devil, I was
Yeah,
about
the
to
way
say
Asher
effing devil,
understands
but
the
maybe I
text,
shouldn't.
the way Asher understands the text completely removes any possibility for Christianity's interpretation. Nobody listens to him explain that. So because they're mad about the
Hey,
other stuff.
listen, I just heard the Jews on this panel validate Christianity, right? But
Exactly it.
they shouldn't speak on behalf of Judaism. Daniela knows nothing about Judaism. Okay,
I disagree with you because ChatGPT Chazar B'Tshuva and he's wearing tzitzit now.
That means
It's Rabbi
repented,
GPT.
Dave. That means he came to religion.
Daniel
ChatGPT.
chapter
I just
9
heard
has
ChatGPT, and that's all I needed.
here. Daniel chapter 9, in a traditional Jewish understanding from Rav Tzadok Gaon, Ibn Ezra, even the Barbanel, is clearly depicting the Hanukkah story. Clearly depicting, with like the Mashiach Nagid, like the leading like Messiah is Onanias the priest who's unalived, right? And then with like the Mashiach Nagid, like the leading like Messiah, like who's unalived, right? And Antiochus
Asher, that was
Epiphanes is
on
the
her
one.
ChatGPT, by the way. She just doesn't know what she's reading, so she didn't even
Right,
mention that argument. That was on her
right.
ChatGPT.
Antiochus Epiphanes is the one who offers like the pig on the altar, not the Romans, right? It all culminates with the Hanukkah story. They just validated Christianity. These people are so stupid, right?
They're
that
not,
they
they're
speak
not,
in
they're
behalf
not.
of
Let me
Judaism. They don't
explain
know
you. Hold
anything
on,
about
hold on.
Judaism.
The host is not stupid. The host is ultra smart and
No,
he knew
Coptic is
exactly
smart.
what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point.
Okay,
He
like I'm
wants
not
to
trying to
validate
disrespect
stupid. The host is ultra smart doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point
the
of
host. Like
Christianity.
the host
That's
says.
why he brought the right Jews to argue with.
Okay, all right. Well, that's
But I
that's
do
no fair. The host, like
Christianity.
the host says.
That's why he brought the right Jews.
Okay, all right. Well, that's
but I do
nefarious.
think Nathan knows what he's talking about. I do think Nathan is
I
very
don't think so.
knowledgeable.
I don't. You know, like, what they should do is, well, let's wait till someone. All right. Well, that's
But I do
who probably not, because they don't know the Hanukkah story. You know, but it doesn't validate, you know, events after the Hanukkah story. That's the whole argument. If you think it goes all the way to the time of Jesus, that's problematic. It can't go that far, or you're justifying Christianity, right?
Exactly.
You know, the Jews back then knew the Hanukkah story, right? You know, from the pig being like offered on the temple, like the Mashiach being cut off, i.e., the high priest knew the Hanukkah story, right? You know, from the pig being like being cut off, i.e., the high priest, right? It all culminates to 70 weeks. The reason, like the 77s, is 490 years that Jews didn't keep the Shemitah year, so they had to keep it for 70 years. That was the whole thing. I'm just saying, and I was trying to come up at the end, but they had to keep it for 70 years. That was the whole thing. I'm just saying, and
Asher,
They're
I just
not
want to
gonna
let you
let
know,
you
my
off.
friend Josh stalks the fuck out of you. Anytime I see you in a panel, Josh is there. What'd you say, NYC Joe?
I'm saying they wouldn't let him up, and not for nothing, but and I'm gonna give you like a couple of people just, and I'm inviting over here publicly them up, and not for not couple of people just, and I'm inviting over here publicly Coptic to come and in debate those people, and I don't mind Dave you hosting it, or I can host it. I don't really care, but I just want to hear the schooling. Hebrew Hammer, although I'm in bad relationship with him, but Hebrew Hammer, Rabbi Lit, if he can hold himself, and Asher, although there are a couple of people with different, you know, different point of views in our eyes as Jews, but all of them can school Coptic and prove him wrong any given moment. The way I see it, can school Coptic and prove him wrong any get.
Oh my gosh, I like Coptics
I've been trying.
apologetics.
Oh, sorry. You
Go
like
ahead.
what?
No, I wasn't gonna help the Jewish position, obviously, because I'm a Christian. But there were definitely holes in that argument. Listen, I wasn't gonna help the Jewish position, but there were definitely holes in that argument. And I think that it would have been interesting. But Coptic says he doesn't want to debate Asher. He said it
Well, that
before.
might change. That might change soon.
I know, because I think it's more informative, right, to keep things non-hostile, so that we can learn more. It's more fun. I don't know. I
Joe,
don't know if we can do it.
I've been begging for Asher versus Rabbi Lit debate. One person comes up at a time, directs a question to one of them for 30 seconds. They drop right away, and Rabbi Lit debate directs a question to one of them for 30 seconds. Then Asher or Rabbi Lit has a full minute to answer. I cut him off and go to the next person.
That would be perfect. And I just want to say one more thing. The only person that can school all of them together in biblical argument is Nicholson. Because Nicholson comes from a Christian point of view, but he's proving biblically and any argument he can win as far as you, but he's proving any argument he can win as far as the Jewish way, if it makes sense. So he will correct the Christians on everything they think. The only person that can do it, I think, is Nicholson, because he's well versed.
I already done this. I offered Coptic to debate Nicholson on Christian Zionism, and he hasn't got back to me yet.
Yeah, no, he's never gonna do it. They did it once in my panel. We had like 1,000 people, and he cooked them.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
5 minutes.
Brother.
Bless you 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. And anyways, he cooked them in a way, him and Kapora, by the way, in a way that nobody ever cooked them in this app.
All right, I'm going to send you on your way. Good luck.
In a way that nobody ever cooked them in this app.
Why doesn't Rabbi Lit show up though? Because he has come here before.
At the perfect time, as if, God
You
himself
want me
sent
to
an
call him
angel to
up and
tell
ask
him to
him? I
come
can call
here.
him up and ask him.
Just for.
At the perfect time,
You
himself
want me
sent
to
an
call him
angel to
up and
tell him
ask
to
him? I
come
can call
here.
him up and ask him.
Just say, and once again, it's not, if I, and I'm not Rabbi Lit, so I don't want to act like I am, but if I'm Rabbi Lit, this would be an opportunity for you to, if you want to act like I am, but if I'm Rabbi Lit, this would be if you think you could do it, embarrass Asher,
No, the
right?
problem is,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. The
No, go
problem
ahead,
is
Joe.
with them two, the way I see it in an outsider point of view, that the differences are way too big for a debate. Make sense?
Well, then they just need to
But
pick
they
one
debated
subject
on here
then.
before.
Can I just say, Dave,
Oh,
to
go
you,
ahead. Go ahead.
Jackie, can we just give her some credit that she was way ahead of her time?
I just
Because
want to see a
I just want to
debate.
see a debate.
Yes, you're right there. But
No, but I mean,
go ahead, Bobby.
if they might have
It's
a
one
lot
thing
of
for fucking
differences,
Bianca
Joe.
to interrupt me. Now I'm letting go ahead, Bombi.
Yeah, I run things now.
Yeah, okay.
They just need to pick one topic then, because they have so many differences. They just pick one topic and stick to that.
No, I disagree. Because what happened the last time Rabbi Lit and Asher were here, I'm not gonna lie. I criticized Asher right to him that he got too emotional too quick. All right, that's number one. And number two, Lit did not want to have this debate. He kept focusing on one question with Asher. He got emotional, and that was done. It was done. It was over.
Yeah,
And
I think
just one, hold on, Joe. Just one thing, please. If you do it my way, and I don't even have to host it. Anybody could host it. A monkey could do it. Doesn't matter. It's just timed. 30 seconds. Ask either one any question you want. You drop right away, and that person gets 1 minute uninterrupted to respond.
1 minute is impossible, Dave.
Why?
Especially not biblical debates, because it could take it could take 5 to 10 minutes to explain one argument. But with
I
that
should
being
never
said,
host it then. I would never
Dave,
host that.
what I will advise you, and again, not that I love the guy, but I know he's a good debater. Reach out to Hebrew Hammer, see if he's willing to come.
Hebrew
And
Hammer
debate.
has appeared here before. Hebrew Hammer, I see him come in. I see him in the viewers. And I respect the fact him and Nick here before. Hebrew Hammer, I see him come in. I see him in the fact him and Nick, they just operate different, right? They sit
Yeah.
there and debate everything and nothing but respect to them. This is just not their thing.
No,
Right?
it could be his thing, but if
Thing and nothing but respect to them.
no,
Right?
it could be his thing, but if you make it fair and honest, I think he will come.
But wait, I make it fair. Anybody could talk. Everybody talks. Like, how do I make it unfair?
No, to him, I think he will
But
come.
wait, everybody talks. Like, how do I make it unfair?
No, to him, to his eyes, he could go for 15, 20 minutes of one argument. So again, if you
I
agree
picture.
with him
You know what I
offline,
picture hell to be, Joe? Is fucking listening to Hebrew Hammer and Echo debating the war. I've always said that, and it's no disrespect to Hebrew Hammer. That's what I picture hell to be. Is sitting there being forced to listen to Hebrew Hammer and Echo argue the fucking Middle East. What I picture hell to be is sitting there being forced to listen to argue the fucking middle.
Listen,
That's hell, bro. Fuck, go ahead.
if you can ever get to an agreement with him like 2-3 minutes at a time, I'm telling you, like if you want to see a Jew cook, get to an agreement with him like 2-3 minutes at a time. I'm telling you, a Jew cook.
I've seen him. He's very good. I've seen
little
him.
thing biblically. He's definitely your guy. I mean, I could recommend him.
You're 100% correct. Hebrew Hammer appeared many times here, and he's a good man. He's very knowledgeable, very intelligent. 100% correct. Hebrew Hammer appeared many times here. Very knowledgeable, very intelligent. Just whenever I'm like, come on, Hebrew Hammer, and I'm telling him 30 seconds or less, and you're saying 15 minutes, That is on Hebrew Hammer, and I'm telling him 30 seconds or less minutes. That is why that great man does not appear here.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he hates me, because 15 minutes on a panel is too much.
You could get the job done with 3. Can you compromise on 3 minutes, Dave?
How about this? I just allow somebody to mod it. I will
Compromise on 3 minutes, Dave?
I just allow go live, start it up, get everybody going. I'll fucking turn it down and focus on something else. You think I literally want to go live, start it up, get everybody going? I'll fucking turn it. You think I literally want to? But I have no problem. Once again, anybody could run this live, but I think it would be very entertaining. And you think I literally want to? But I have no problem. Once again, live. But I think it would be very. I think people would get answers and see the difference between Asher and Lit. And I think that's what people deserve. I think people would get answers and see the difference between. And I think that's what people deserve. No?
Yeah, but the differences between them is too big. It's impossible to compromise. They both cannot compromise.
And I think that's what people deserve. No?
Yeah, but the difference is impossible to compromise and act mature. That's the way I see it. And
We're not even looking at compromise. We're looking at what their thought process is, what their beliefs are, and what will happen. Go ahead, Asher. You've been on mute for a while. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But the reason I don't think that.
And what will happen. Go ahead, Asher. You've been on mute for a while. Go ahead, bro.
But the reason I don't think that format is the greatest is because who determines who's right or wrong? Like
that's the great thing, Asher. The people listening determine.
Is because who determines who's right or wrong? Like
people listening determine who's right or wrong.
But that makes no sense. If the people listening don't know enough about Judaism, you know, like maybe you should try to get 2 rabbis or 2 Orthodox Jews or people who actually know the text to say, you know, like Asher's lying or Litvin is lying or giving incorrect information or incomplete information. If the audience that doesn't know, who has been only educated by Rabbi Lit because he doesn't allow other people to learn from people that he disagrees with, right? I mean, how are they going to know what right and wrong is? We're just going to be.
I'm going to be honest with you, Asher. My answer to that is this format would benefit you. Why? Because it keeps your emotions in check. That's number one. And number two, there's a lot of people on this app that just know you as a fake, number one. And number two, there's a lot of people on this as a fake rabbi that everybody calls out nonstop. And either they're telling the truth on some things or lying about everything, somewhere in between, I don't know. But that's why it's to your benefit to remain calm, answer directly. Yeah. Go ahead. Bombi interrupting me for the second time. Oh, but that's why it's to your benefit to really go ahead. Bombi interrupting me for the second time. Go ahead, Bombi.
I was gonna say the thing is, so Asher will struggle to contain his emotions because Rabbi Lit does
not under this format. Not under this format.
Okay. All right. So there's no insults. Then that's one thing. Here, by the way, I do control my emotions. I have a
that's debatable.
But listen, on my show. Okay. All right. So there's no insults. Then that's one thing. Here, by the way,
that's debatable.
But listen, on my show, I mean, I speak for hours, and I mean, I have a specific tempo. The problem is if I'm on someone else's live and they're insulting me, like they're saying I'm a lot.
That's debatable.
But listen, on my show, and I have a specific tempo. The problem is if I'm on someone else's live and they're insulting, I'm a fake this, I'm a pedophile, whatever the things that he said about me, and then he mutes me when I try to respond.
You too? He said about
here, I'm a fake this, I'm a pedophile, whatever the things that he said about me.
He said about you too? He said about Laser.
Well, I mean, he called me an essayer. You know, I'm not sure like who.
Oh my God, he said that also about Laser. Yeah.
Yeah. So and you can't respond. It'll get anyone, and I'm including you, Dave, like upset. Okay. You know,
I can assure you it does not get me upset.
But that doesn't mean that I'm not controlling my emotions.
People come up here, say the craziest shit to me, and how I respond all the time by design is
okay. You know,
I can assure you it does not get me upset.
But that doesn't mean that I'm not controlling my emotions.
People to me, and how I respond all the time by design is okay. Do you have anything else? I just don't care, Asher.
Yeah, but you control your panel. That's the thing. When you're a guest on someone else's
but
panel,
I don't on all the time by design is I just don't care, Asher.
A guest on someone else's
Okay, but
panel and
I
you mute you.
don't get upset by what people say.
No, but Dave,
Okay, whatever.
it's a big difference between you and them, and I'm gonna tell you why. Or between us.
Guest on someone
Okay,
else's
but
panel
I
and you mute you.
don't get upset by what people say.
A big difference between you and them, and I'm gonna tell you why. Or between us and them, because you can call somebody that consider himself and everybody else is a rabbi. You can come and insult him. You understand what I'm saying? The ego, it looks different. It hits them different than us.
Oh,
Makes
that's
sense?
fine.
We can
I'm
humble
just telling you.
ourselves. They can maybe. I'm
I was
saying
just
maybe,
responding
guys,
to Asher saying that I would get upset. That's not the case. But can I
May
hear
I ask
from
a question?
Margot? Yeah.
than us.
Oh,
Makes
that's
sense?
fine.
We can
I'm
humble
just telling you.
ourselves. They can maybe.
You're saying that I would get upset. That's not the case. But can I
May
hear
I
from
ask a
Margot?
question?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
Margot. Go
How are
ahead.
you this
I'm
morning?
great. How are you?
Good. I have a question. I just want to clarify on this debate which doctrine, Asher, you will be debating. Because some days I listen to you, you say you're Orthodox Jew. Some days you sound Messianic. Some
Is that a
days you
shot,
sound like
Margot?
you're a mega church pastor.
Really?
And some days you're saying, you're halakha. So which
Well, it's
doctrine will
flexible.
you be debating on this day so we
Yeah.
can stick to what we're looking for?
All right. So this is why it's very important, the person listening. Because if the person listening is someone like this who doesn't know what Judaism actually teaches,
I know
something
exactly what it is.
something I
You
say.
always do that,
I
Asher.
know
Whoa, whoa,
exactly
hold on.
what
I'm
it
going to give an
is.
example.
That's why
Okay.
I'm asking you.
Anyone who
because you
thinks that
seem
I
to
sound like a
jump all over
messianic
the
You
place.
see
pastor.
what I
Okay.
meant?
You
Listen.
tell
That's the point.
people
Listen.
that
Listen.
you
Okay,
believe
Relax.
in
let him
Jesus.
just please
Okay.
let him answer,
Okay.
Margot.
Okay,
Just let
but
him
he's
answer.
saying I don't know
Well,
I
anything
I'm going to
about
understand.
explain
Judaism,
why.
and he's incorrect.
Okay,
Okay. All right.
Asher, hold on one second.
Sure.
Just anybody know? Anybody asking Asher a question?
Correct.
Okay,
Okay. All right.
Asher, hold on one second.
Sure.
Just anybody know? And he always responds. His go-to response is, "You are not as smart as me," essentially, and
Right.
people get triggered by that. Just let it go. Just let him respond. He always responds. His go-to response is, "You are not," and
Right.
people get triggered by that. Just
Okay.
and it is what it is.
Okay.
Okay, don't get triggered. Let him answer.
For
Thank
the
you,
reason,
Sky Beautiful.
for
Go
the
ahead.
reason I said that, okay.
And it is what it is.
Okay.
Okay, don't get triggered. Let him answer.
For the reason I said that is that, like, she said that I sound like a mega church pastor. I sound like a messianic, and
Well,
I
some
go
days you
against.
fucking do, bro.
No, wait, okay, well,
Exactly.
like, okay, like, in terms of tone is one thing. In terms of message is something else. Okay, like she's saying, like, some days I choose to follow the halacha. So, what's her criteria, like, for determining what's halacha and what's not? Like, right? I mean, like, everything I teach, I could back up with Jewish sources, right? Rabbinic Jewish sources. They're not probably the most popular sources. Maybe they're sources that you don't know about, but in a panel like this to come up and say that I deviate from halacha, that means you would have to know what halacha is or how it
Rabbinical
functions.
Judaism does not state that you can believe in Jesus as the Messiah.
Okay, so you are wrong, technically.
Okay.
As
Okay.
as the mere Messiah, you are wrong.
Okay.
Why? Because people believed in worse messianic figures like Shabtai Tzvi, and they were considered kosher Jews. People believed in Bar Kokhba, right? A failed.
Okay.
Why? Because people believed Tzvi, and they were considered kosher Jews. Eventually failed Messiah, and they were kosher Jews. So you can believe in a failed Messiah and still be a kosher Jew. Now you
Okay,
said
so then
rabbinic
specify.
eventually failed Messiah, and they were kosher Jews. So you can believe. Now you
Okay,
said
so then
rabbinic.
specify failed Messiah when you speak, because when you're not being clear with your words, you're sending a different message.
Now you
Okay,
said
so then
rabbinic.
specify failed Messiah. You're not being clear with your words.
Oh, you think I
And
believe
when
in
you're
Jesus?
talking to people about salvation as a Christian, you were speaking on Christian doctrine and New Testament. Stick to your
I was debating a
beliefs.
Christian
I know,
about
but you should.
Christianity.
That's why I'm asking. Are you going to stick to your books?
If I'm talking about Judaism, why would
for
I be
this?
speaking
Well,
from a
because
Christian
I
perspective?
don't know. You're all over the place. So
Okay.
all I'm trying to do is specify who you're going to be for this debate. That's
Okay.
it. Books
If I'm talking about Judaism, why would
for
I be
this?
speaking
Well,
from a
because
Christian perspective?
I don't know. All I'm trying to do is specify who you're going to be for this debate. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Are you
Thank
not
you.
a
Okay.
fan of flexibility?
All right,
Margo?
understood. Okay, I understand what's happening. Like she heard me debate Bianca and Jackie and
Going to be for this debate. That's
okay.
it.
All right,
Margo.
understood. Okay, I understand Bianca and Jackie and
I've heard you say a lot of things.
No, right. Yeah, but They
You
brought me
also
up.
say that Judaism is not an ethno-religion,
Oh, it's
Asher,
not
and
an
that's not
ethno-religion.
true.
It's
Right.
really?
So,
Okay.
right, exactly.
Really?
It is
Okay.
an ethno-religion. So
Challenge.
I
Okay,
just want to
challenge.
know who you're going to be for
Hold
the
on.
debate so
I
I can take
understand what
some
you're trying to
notes
do,
and
lady.
get
Just
ready.
don't
You
filibuster,
don't
please.
understand anything about me.
Well, like, you clearly understand everything about me.
All right.
Well, I
I
listen
feel
to
the
you quite a bit.
emotions are rising, just like in the
Yeah,
last life
okay.
I was in. The blood pressure was fucking rising.
Okay. So
Just
I know
let
that.
him answer, Margot. Don't get him emotional.
Okay, but he hasn't answered my question.
I
I'm only asking
understand.
one question. Who is he going to be on the
Oh my
debate day?
gosh.
That's all I
Okay.
want to know.
So it's interesting that sometimes people bring me up on Christian panels to help them argue their position. And I know Christianity very well. I went to seminary as a Christian. I was ordained as a minister. Okay. So like, if someone for fun wants me to flex my knowledge of Christianity, I'll do it. That doesn't mean I believe in Jesus, right? Like if you're saying that I secretly believe in Jesus and I basically flip a coin to decide what theology I hold to every day, then like, you're just misleading everybody. I could discuss Christianity, but I don't believe in Jesus. I don't want
But
people to
you
believe
don't
in
always
Jesus.
get that right either. So I just want you to
Stop.
answer.
Okay, look,
I just
drop
want
this
you to
lady. Just
answer my
drop this lady.
question. Who are
Asher,
you going
just
to be?
relax.
No, yeah, but she's already getting
That's
silly.
what I'm talking
No,
Why
about.
do
who
we
are
have
you
to
going to
entertain
be
someone
on
who
debate
doesn't?
day? That's it. Just one
Asher
question.
and Margot,
Answer.
hold
Asha,
on,
just
guys.
calm
Guys,
down,
hold on.
Asha.
Okay,
Wait,
I'm not going to
Bambi.
respond to any more like
Asher,
other
hold
questions
on,
because
brother.
all she's doing
Asher.
like is trying to insult me.
I know,
No,
but
I'm
Asher,
asking
hold
who
on.
you're going to be.
Asher and Margot, hold on. Thank you. Here's the
Margot
issue.
is playing the role of Josh right now. Go ahead,
Yes,
Joe.
but here's the issue. There's many flows and beliefs in Christianity that maybe Margot don't follow, and vice versa in Judaism. So it's never ending argument.
Here, look, to answer a question, I'm going to be me. That's it. I know
Okay,
that I'm
great.
quite
He's
influential
gonna
and
be him.
entertaining. I'm going to be
Okay,
me.
that means we don't really know. We can't.
Okay,
we have
right.
no
Okay,
way
so
to
then you don't know. It's a
fact check
surprise.
anything. Okay.
It's going to bring more people to the party, 100%.
I feel
Oh,
like
hell
you're
yeah.
like claw machine. Who is
Hey,
he going to
Dave.
be today?
Okay, that's it. We heard your point. Move
Imagine
on,
we
lady,
shame
please.
people for having like a wide range of knowledge. That's weird.
Oh, are you a fan of Asher, Sajid?
Yeah,
I'm Team
she is.
Asher. Are you kidding me?
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be honest. Sometimes I don't know about you, Sajid. Sometimes you're
because-
on this team that you're
Okay,
just
so
as
can I just
flexible as my
address
friend
that?
Asher.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
just address that? Okay.
Of course.
So first of all, I would love to be loving to everyone.
Of
Some people I
course.
stay away from, but this whole pick teams and pick sides is so weird to me.
Pick a
because
fucking team.
This is TikTok, and we are adults, and I love people on both sides. So I'm not going to ruin my relationship with people just because others are fighting. Doesn't make sense.
Thank you, Nadi.
Okay?
But
Thanks.
can I just tell you, whenever
And
we're
I'm not
talking,
picking any team.
Bombi, that's 3 times you have fucking interrupted me. Sajida, I will say this: if you pay attention, and you don't have to respond to me, you could just message me or comment next time you're up here. Just pay attention. The difference between the two sides of the war that I guess I'm in, it is very simple. It is one side, they're mentally immature and they cannot manage their emotions. Does that make sense, Sajida?
I feel like there's people on both sides that are like that.
Okay, I
Not
want
the
you to.
majority, though.
You know what?
The
Get a
very small minority.
fucking notebook and
Uh-huh.
write down, take notes, and you tell me who's on my side that is mentally immature.
Well, what side are you? Because I see you sitting on all kinds of panels as of late, so I can't figure you out either.
Well, if I'm on a panel, it's for a reason. Either I'm there, to maybe help the host, right? Maybe get some people to come in or whatever the case may be. Or B, I'm there to raise somebody's blood pressure. That's it. That's the only 2 reasons you'll see me on another panel.
I think
No,
this is a
no
court
response.
setting.
Thanks
That's
for
enough.
having me up. As I
Margot,
suspected,
thank you for
I did
playing
not
the
get
role
the
of
answer
Josh.
to my
Okay, just
question,
stop,
but
lady.
I
You did
expected
Wait,
get the
it.
hold
answer.
on,
You just didn't
Asher.
get the money.
I'm
Margot,
just saying
what did
goodbye.
you expect him to
Calm
say?
down. I'm just saying goodbye.
Bye, Margot.
Calm
Okay,
down.
goodbye.
Bye. Thank you
That's
for
it.
having me.
Thank you
Bye,
for
Margot.
stopping
God bless
by.
you.
All right, if
Can I-
anyone thinks that her intentions were pure, right? They're as nuts as she is. Okay, like people come up just to poke holes. This is why
Yeah, and you let them get you rattled.
I let them. You know, like in a court setting, the judge would say that you're battering the witness. You know, but
Okay.
nobody steps
well,
in.
when we
Nobody
enter the
steps in.
courtroom, Okay, then make that argument. We're on a dancing app.
Yeah, but this is
Yeah, but
that's the only way to
Don't
keep
act
it
like you
fair.
guys don't
Asher,
hold courtrooms on
they
this
do.
dancing
Oh, I
She does.
fucking do, Sajida. Don't
Asking
get
someone
me
who are you
wrong.
going to be today,
You
what does that
catch
even
me on the
mean?
right day. I'm the fucking judge.
You
Yeah,
guys
no.
have a whole bait in on here. What's
All
going
right.
on?
You know, so
Regardless,
she's saying I'm schizophrenic, right? That one day I'm a pastor, the next day I'm Puerto Rican. You know,
But that's how you present yourself.
Okay,
You just told
Asher,
everybody.
no,
Asher,
because I can
can I
talk about
just-
different
Wait,
topics.
did you-
Asher,
No, but you just
Asher,
presented
can I just
yourself
help
as
you?
one.
Asher, listen.
Yeah.
Give me 10% of the $29.99 you charge to convert people, and I'll be your PR man.
No, I don't
Because
charge
your-
anything, by the way. I don't
Okay,
charge
of
anything.
course, of course.
Yeah.
Your response to Margot should have been very simple. I'm knowledgeable in a lot of different areas, and I will answer any question that is given to me, regardless of what we're talking about. That should have been your answer. Very simple, very clean, very honest. Instead of getting emotional, bro.
Okay, and then she
All right, so I
responded
want
with, "You still haven't answered my
10% of every
question."
fucking charge that you make to convert people.
I'm forgetting about the conversion part.
Well, I'm
Her
trying to make some money.
her whole premise was argumentative. That's the thing. She didn't want an answer. And the
Okay,
host has
but-
to realize that instead of like saying, well, give her an answer. She doesn't want an answer. She just wants
It's
to argue.
up
Dave,
to
can I-
you.
So this is why.
Dave, can I ask a question?
Of course, Joe.
Thank you, Asher. So during this free of charge, and I'm gonna say
Oh
again,
no!
free of
Don't go
charge.
down this road, Joe.
No, no,
It's
no,
a
no,
whole
no, no.
fucking
That's
flip.
fine.
No. There's a
I'm telling you,
question.
more people
Asher,
have been
chill out.
contacting me
Go
for
ahead,
conversion
Joe.
because of
Asher,
this
hold
show.
on, let
I
me
mean,
ask you,
anything.
Baba.
Like, don't call me anymore for
Asher.
conversions.
Habibi, chill. Thank you. So usually I heard you, and I appreciate the fact that I did. You said that you're doing the conversion via Zoom, correct?
No.
Say yes or no.
Where did you get that from?
Wait.
Via Zoom?
So it's
Come
a
on.
no.
come on.
Hold on.
No,
hold
no,
on,
it's
dude.
not accurate. I've never heard it. What are you
Okay.
talking about?
That Joe
So
said it.
wait, guys, please. Thank you. So you went down to India, correct?
Correct.
How many metzitza bapeh did you give
Oh
to
no!
all those out there?
It's funny that a Jewish person
See a
is
little
making this statement.
levity.
Wait, hold on.
That's
It's weird that a Jewish
crazy.
person, because only anti-Semites
Stop
or people
it,
who are called
Sajida.
anti-Semites like use the phrase "metzita bepeh" regarding conversion.
Why?
Okay,
That's
because
how we
metzita
call
bepeh
it.
doesn't apply to conversion. It's only for babies.
Well, no, you're wrong. Actually, you're right, because when you grow up, you just gotta do the pinch. Okay, I agree with you. So there was no babies involved.
I like how Joe reasons out loud.
Look, metzita
No,
bepeh.
I'll be honest.
Okay, here, listen. Because everyone
gotta
on this
keep it
panel
honest.
is somewhat of a
You're funny,
comedian.
Joe.
Listen to what I'm saying. Metzita bepeh, like he implied that I put my mouth on the penis of hundreds of Indians, like in India to convert them. Okay,
It was
I mean that's what he's
a
implying.
legitimate question.
No,
Oh,
it's
hell
not
no.
illegitimate.
Dave,
I
what
mean,
are we
it's-
doing here?
Okay,
Dave?
relax,
I
Sajida.
wanted to
Okay,
know.
well,
God
wait,
bless
hold
everybody.
on, hold on one
Yeah.
second. Asher wants a little more serious. Gemma is, I'm guessing she's not in a joking mood. So go ahead, Gemma.
No, I was just listening and I'm like, this is a fantasy. This is fictional. Rabbi
What?
Lippin, they're not going to
Okay.
debate Asher because they've done it before and they've done it,
They've
I
never
guess
debated me.
multiple times
They've never
prior,
debated me. Don't say that.
Ah,
prior to this, and they're not going to do it.
They've never debated me. Okay, they always mute me. They bring me up. I say one thing and then they mute me.
I had a mini debate on Dave's once, remember?
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah. we had a
Yes.
mini one.
Okay. Right.
I
And he
missed
wouldn't
it.
move on from the first topic. He's like, "How many Jews, left Egypt?" And I said 4/5 according to the Medrash, and he kept on repeating the question over and over again. That's it. I mean, that's not a debate. He won't debate me on Judaism. He won't debate me.
But Gemma, don't you think if we do it, and once again, anybody could host it. I don't have to host it. I don't care either way. But just one by one, people come up and say, "My question is for blank." Asher or Rabbi Lit. They ask their question for 30 seconds. We drop the person that asked the question, and then whoever they directed the question to, they have 2 or 3 minutes to respond. Now, I'll
I
sleep
think they should
during those
both
3 minutes.
answer. Like,
Oh, okay, that's fair. I think
maybe
that's
a
fair.
minute to 2 minutes each, and they should both answer. That way people can hear the difference in the answers.
And you know what, Gemma? That we could give the person that comes up and asks the question that option. Do you want one person or both? Because my vision of them debating, it's going to be all the anti-Asher people coming up and posing a question that makes Asher look bad. And if you don't like Lit, you're going to come up and ask Lit the question, right? So, but I think that's a fair point. I think 100%, if it does happen, I would put that rule in as well.
So it's not a debate then.
What? Wait, why is it not a debate?
Well, because someone could just email you the questions from that perspective, right? The reason of having two people on a platform is so they can dialogue and check each other, right? That's a debate.
Dialogue and check each other based off somebody's question.
That's fair. So what about if this happens? I call somebody up, I bring Gemma up. Gemma says, I have a question for both of you. Gemma gives your question. Asher goes first, Lit goes second, 2 minutes each, and then we have 2 minutes of bickering. I cut it off and go to the next person.
Okay, all right, that'll work.
Where's Lit?
I invited him.
And it should be on nothing personal, like.
Your emotions, Asher.
Well, I'm trying to keep it on track, and I'm trying to keep it civil, right? I mean, I don't think the audience wants to know what I had for breakfast that day, right?
Yeah,
and trust
but,
me, he's going to drag in everything.
Asher, I have a question for you. Why do you get so worked up when someone insults you? Like, why do you care?
Okay, it doesn't matter, Bombi.
There's a rabbinic principle that silence is agreement. If someone calls you an essay, or if someone calls you a white supremacist, like a charlatan, a thief, and you stay quiet, you're co-signing that idea. So, I mean, don't you speak back when people ridicule you and your whole family?
Yeah,
Asher,
absolutely, I do.
All right,
Dave,
Asher,
I
right
love you.
now.
I gotta go back to work.
Bye, Gemma. We love you.
Yeah, bye.
I always
Asher,
miss your
right now.
Host, can I
Well,
ask
Gemma,
him a
they're on
question?
YouTube, love. They're on YouTube. Wait,
I
hold
would
on
like
one
to
sec.
be the non-modded host, but don't give me powers because I don't want the pressure of having to do the job. I would like direct.
No
I
problem.
could direct it.
Sure, no problem. So, Asher, right now, I'm at 10% of every conversion you give. I get 10% of that. Bump it up to
10% of nothing is still
bump
nothing.
it. Oh, sure, of course. Bump it up to 15%, and I'll prep you for the debate.
Here, I'll bump it up to 100%.
Okay,
there's
hold
still
on one
nothing.
second. Asher, in all seriousness, let's say this debate does happen. Let's say Lit goes personal. When he goes personal, all you say is, just listen, guys. Instead of answering the questions, he's attacking me personally.
That's the
and
job
then
of the moderator.
you go into your answer. Wait,
That's
what?
the job of the moderator.
Okay, Bianca,
During
get
a
ready.
debate, the moderator
No,
has
I'm
to
not
step
the
in.
moderator. That's why I said Asher puts too much pressure on me because then he starts going after the mods. Come on, mod. You're supposed to.
It's interesting that everyone could
It's too
say
much.
100% about Asher that he doesn't attack people personally. If you know nothing about what two people are discussing and someone is using ad hominems and the other one is just sticking to the facts, wouldn't you assume that one has emotional problems and the other one doesn't?
Margot. You just insulted Margot.
What did I say? That she doesn't know what she's talking about.
You immediately
You just
started
asked to
using
drop
ad
her.
hominems.
That's
I'm
Asher's
sorry.
go-to. He doesn't go and say like "yo mama" jokes, but he does call. Basically, what he says is "you're dumb as fuck."
You're
let me
stupid,
talk."
yeah.
Right.
You're stupid.
Well, I mean,
But he does that nonstop. Go ahead.
But
Let me
Dave-
hear. Go ahead, Sajida. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Dave, just respectfully to everyone on this app, okay? There's probably 2% of the entirety of TikTok that has studied the Talmud and the Halakha and that know what they're talking about when it comes to Judaism. And I'm
got
even being very
ChatGPT.
kind with that percentage. I'm sorry. It's
Christian
true.
math games. Christian
Yeah.
math games.
So
Asher,
also
I have a
wanted
question
to I
for
have
you.
wait, hold
Hold on.
on.
Wait,
I'm not
hold
done, I'm
on,
not
hold on,
done.
Joe. Let Sajida finish. And
I
you
have a
can go. Go ahead,
request.
Sajida.
Okay, I have a request because I'm pretty traumatized from the other night. When you do debate Litvin, should he decide to show up, please don't let the debate be about cheeseburgers.
Is that the question that he kept asking last time?
The other night on
Oh.
with CJ and them,
Right.
the whole hour and some change was about cheeseburgers, meat and milk and cheese. It was crazy.
Who brought that
know,
up?
but
Who lit
I
it?
have a question
No, not
regarding
Litvin,
that.
but it was a debate that you had to have because they wouldn't stop asking you about cheeseburgers. It was crazy.
I
All
have
right.
a
Let me hear
question
from
about
Joe.
that.
Go ahead, Joe.
All right,
It's
go
not
ahead,
fair,
Joe.
Sajida. But Asher, I have a question. A non-dairy cheese that
Oh,
looks
fuck
like
it.
cheese,
No, Joe.
smell like cheese. Hold on.
Joe,
I
please.
swear on my mother, I wanted to ask it. That's why I stopped you because I knew you were about to mention
You
it.
ring a bell. You ring a
Oh my
bell.
God.
Go ask it, Joe.
Biblically, not biblically, you know what? Halakha way, are you allowed to eat a cheeseburger with a non-dairy cheese?
Yes.
No, that's wrong.
Wait,
You're wrong.
If you know the answer to the question, then why are you asking me?
Because I wanted you to. I wanted to ask you that.
But
and I
why
wanna
is
hear
that
your
wrong?
answer.
If
Yes,
it's
why is it wrong?
non-dairy,
Can you elaborate? Can you please explain why
you
not?
elaborate.
Okay.
Tell me why. If it's you can't combine dairy and meat, right? That's what you're saying, correct, Joe?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. If it's something that's non-dairy, it's in the fucking name, and meat, why is it breaking the rule or whatever it's called?
Okay. So in
Rivi saying you're
I'm
allowed.
gonna say
I could
more
explain
science.
you-
It's gonna
I
say
could
more
explain
science.
you
Melinda
very
Strauss
clearly.
does it.
Hold on,
I
I'm
can
intrigued
explain-
on
Guys,
this
let Joe
answer.
explain us.
I'm
I
so
can explain
religious
you-
today.
Oh, yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
I can explain you very good
Yeah.
in Hebrew. I'll try in English.
Bro,
the
I
best
barely
that I
know
can.
English. What the fuck are you doing? I'm
I
gonna
know.
talk. Go ahead.
But here's the thing. The matter of the fact that is even look like, how do you say machil? Bianca.
Gosh, this is a bigger vocab word for me.
I know.
Machil, what, dairy? Like
No,
what?
מכשיל.
מה זה מכשיל? Give me the
מכשיל
definition.
אותך. מכשיל אותך.
Oh,
הלכתי
like
ומשהו הכשיל אותי.
tripping, like
Not tripping, but it makes you
an
Imitation? Like an
stumbling block.
imitation?
No, like the
Exactly.
concept of a stumbling block.
The
Like
fact,
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
fact
Loose
that it's
neighbor.
imitating a cheeseburger will make others believe that you are allowed to eat the cheeseburger and may להכשיל, which means trip or whatever, or made them, how do you say it? Asher, help me. I know
Like
you know.
tricking them?
deceive. That's what they said. Like
deceive.
deceive.
Yeah,
Deceive
Marie
them.
Tayan. Like you're talking about Marie Tayan, right?
Okay,
Yes.
so that's
okay,
Joe's
okay.
explanation.
Okay, no, Asher is getting me. So how do you say Marie Tayan in English?
That means like to think someone, like it looks with the eyes like it's like in some way allowed, but it's not.
The appearance
Gives the
of
wrong
evil
impression.
in Christianity.
That's
like
what
the
this
appearance.
listening said. Okay, so can you eat a vegan burger with real cheese?
All right. So you could. No. I mean, yes, like you absolutely could.
But that Joe would say no to that, right?
No,
Because it
well,
gives the
no.
impression.
No. Okay, so he won't say no because we're not consistent. Those who say it's not allowed and it's a modern day opinion, that you can't put cheese. Honestly, in almost any kosher restaurant that serves meat, they won't serve like fake cheese on it, but not because it's not allowed, but just like the kosher companies don't want you to do it. Why? Because Marit
my
Ayin.
God. Now you're going.
Let me
Explain. I'm gonna need to an hour on
but
burgers.
that's not
Let
true.
him, Joe. Don't get him emotional.
Stop steamrolling,
So-
bro.
So the problem with the way many people understand Judaism, they think what's done today is what the halacha is. So what's done today is done as an extra stringency. But the halacha never mentions, like fake cheese on real meat. And Marit Ayin, according to the Talmud, is what the Talmud tells you Marit Ayin is. For example, like Danielle and I were discussing why poultry is you're not allowed to eat poultry with chicken. And the rabbi specifically said, right, in the Talmud, lest you would confuse the chicken with beef. So they gave a specific ruling. So what modern day people do, they'll apply to anything that looks like it. Like, for example, McDonald's has kosher coffee, right? So you can technically drink the coffee from McDonald's, but they'll say, well, don't walk in there because someone is going to think that McDonald's is kosher if they see a guy with a kippah, walking to McDonald's, even though he's just buying coffee. So it's an extra stringency, Morris Ayin, right? Because of Morris Ayin, that they'll say today, don't do it. But that doesn't mean that it's the halacha. The halacha is what appears in Shulchan Aruch, Mishnah Torah, the Talmud. That's what the halacha is.
You're wrong. Hold on. Now you're wrong, and I'm going to explain you why. Halachas are getting created almost on a daily basis.
So that's the reform movement.
No, it's not the reform movement.
That's the reform movement.
No,
we're not
sir.
allowed
No,
to
sir.
create a law. We're not allowed to remove a law. This is why we're stuck with backward laws like keeping a 2-day holiday.
So you're
right?
not
Why do we
allowed
keep...
to remove a law, but there's many halachas from Rabbi Yosef, Ovadia Yosef, up until Rabbi Milovavich, that did halachas, and we are following them as of today. Just
Do you have an example?
theoretically, and I'm going to give you something. In Yom Kippur, there was a halacha that says you're not allowed to cut the paper when you clean your
This
That's not
is your
a
fault,
halacha.
Sajila.
Wait.
It's not
So
a
there's
halacha.
new halachas coming
told you,
out,
bro.
which we're following.
Wait,
So
Lolly.
it's not ending, guys. 1 second, please. It's not ending for us as Jews in Shulchan Aruch and in the Gemara and in the Talmud. It keeps on going along the years. Every time we're learning new stuff, we have new halachas coming out. So you got to stay corrected, Asher.
Okay, so I think you're confusing the notion of a minog, like in a halacha.
No,
For
I'm not
example,
talking about
there's
minhag.
some practice. Okay, so if a halacha, in your opinion, is developed by the Lubavitcher Rebbe, does a Sephardic Jew have to follow it?
Wait. So if Ovadia Yosef, Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, and they made a lot of halachas during their life, right? All the Rabbanim. We are following them as a tribe because we agreed.
So
that
Ashkenazi
those
Jews have to
people
listen to
will
Rabbi
lead
Ovadia
us-
Yosef.
Wait, we agreed that those people will lead the Rabbanut, so we are following what the Rabbanut is saying.
You're not answering my
Your
question.
issue, let me finish. Your issue is that you are not following the Rabbanut. That's where we clash with you.
Yeah, but
in
don't change the
1,000
subject.
Other
Okay,
ways
I am following
and
the
reasons.
Rabbanut. Listen, okay. So if Rabbi Ovadia Yosef makes a like a Pesach halacha, does a Chabadnik have to follow it?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Unless
So this
it's-
is why,
unless-
like, I don't think we
unless-
can have this
hold on,
discussion.
Hold on. Let me explain. Unless he have a different minhag that is using.
Oh, so it's not a halacha.
No, wait. Halacha, minhag is stronger than halacha. You gotta agree with
What are you
me.
talking about?
Yes, sir.
Minhag
Yes,
means
sir.
a custom. It's a custom. How
I
can
know,
a custom
but
be
a
more
custom
powerful
is
than a
stronger.
halacha?
Sir, go ahead and fact check me. A custom is stronger than halacha. If you do something more than 3 times, it considered a custom. It means that you can break the halacha and keep your custom. Please fact check me.
All right. So I guess if you worship idols 3 times, it's kosher and allowed, and forget about the halacha.
No, sir. We're not talking about food now. We're talking about customs.
That's what I
Custom
said.
means
Idolatry.
theoretically, if I'm shaving 30 minutes before Shabbat and I'm doing it for 5 years, if there's a new halacha saying you're not allowed to shave yourself in Shishi, I can still do it because it's my custom.
Can I have 2 minutes? To respond without being
Go
interrupted.
ahead.
Okay, I'm going to
Go
tell
ahead,
you.
I'm conceding W me.
Okay. That's very self-aggrandizing. But okay, fine.
And the next person I want up here is Lolly. Lolly, you're saying a lot of shit in the chat. Come on up here. Let's figure this shit out. Asher, this is going to be a painful 2 minutes, but the floor is yours, sir.
Sure. W my patience.
It's not you. It's just anybody, really. It's just not you. Don't take it personal. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So the way halacha functions, halacha is applicable, it's true, on all of Israel because it's given by the Sanhedrin. It says that it's a Sanhedrin that said like on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem that they are the source of what we call the oral law. The oral law is halacha, right? After the dismantlement of the Sanhedrin, you had different teachers with different communities that created practices for those communities, but it's not considered halacha because halacha, the oral law, cannot be added to or taken away from. The Chasam Sofer made this famous statement, Chadash Asher min Torah, that anything new is contrary to the Torah because we're not allowed to add to the Torah. Both the law cannot be added to or taken away from. The Chasam Sofer made this famous statement, anything new is contrary to the Torah because we're not allowed to add to the Torah. Both the written Torah or the oral Torah. We're not allowed to add. So what the Lubavitchers have are customs. It's true. What the Sephardim have are customs. If you don't like being Lubavitch, you could become Sephardi. If you don't like being Sephardi, you could become Persian, right? They have different customs. When there's an actual halacha, it's not like being Lubavitch, you could become Sephardi. If you don't like, right? They have different customs bound on all of Israel. This is why you have Sephardim who have a different menu for Pesach than Ashkenazim, right? Because they have different customs, but it's a custom that didn't exist in the time of the Talmud. It's true, the Sanhedrin themselves had an authority to establish customs. The Sanhedrin, we have a statement for those who speak Hebrew, Minhag Yisrael Torachi, that the customs of Israel established by the Sanhedrin are like Torah, all right? They are halacha, but established by the Sanhedrin. The reason I called him Reform is because Reform tries to create new laws. They're going to rewrite the Siddur and say that we can refer to God as a woman, that you don't have to keep kosher, that you could do all these things because they're going against the Talmud. This is why we're stuck with so many primitive practices like agunot, that women can't get married without can't get divorced without permission to their husbands, because that's what the Talmud says, right? If it was like that, why didn't we just change it? Because we can't. Why do we have to keep 2-day holidays in America, right? Because back then they couldn't determine what the actual month was, right? But now we could. We're stuck with this primitive practice. It's because the Sanhedrin established it. We're stuck with the Sanhedrin, so I think that he's partially right that there's certain practices.
Don't disqualify me, because then
please.
you went to the reform. Hold on. I want to
Wait,
answer.
but I have my 2 minutes. I have 10 seconds left.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So there are certain practices that if you're Ashkenazi, you should practice, because if that's your community, but it's not considered halacha. It's your practice. It's your minhag, like whatever you want to call it, but it's not considered halacha. Halacha comes from the Talmud. Okay. You could say this is how we interpret the halacha, and if you don't like it, you could become Chabad or Breslov or Satmar, right? But that's not halacha. Halacha doesn't change. Everybody agrees that there's one way to keep Shabbos, right? And they'll disagree on more trivial areas, right? That are ambiguous. Go ahead.
Let me go. And again, unfortunately, you're confusing what I said with the narrative that you're trying to promote. I never, ever in my entire life said that you can cancel a halacha or change it. What I said is, and everybody's my witness, you can add more halachas as you go. Because this is us as Jews. We argue the Torah, we argue the halachas, we argue the Gemara and the Talmud, and then not we, but the rabbis, leaders, the spiritual leaders of the tribe are determining what is the new halachas. Just like I said, in Yom Kippur, you're not allowed to do that, but you're allowed to do that. Now, moving forward, about the divorce, there's a new halacha, if I'm not mistaken. Rabbi Ovadia Yosef did do a new halacha that says if the husband is beating the wife, or he's running away, mesarev, the wife can still get divorced even if the husband is not permitting it. Now, for many, many, many decades, we had issues with that, because the husbands used to go to prison, do this, do that, and not give the get, not agreeing to get divorced. Now, today, there's a new halacha, not today, but I think a couple of years now, that they are agreeing that the wife can get divorced. Now that's a new halacha. That's not a custom.
No,
that's
Joe,
not
Joe, that's no halacha, Joe. Let me correct you there. That's no halacha. Okay, first of all, halacha is something that is already established by the Sanhedrin. What Rav Ovadia Yosef is doing is his interpretation of a specific case using halacha as the source. Now, his interpretation needs the approval of the community or the majority of the community, because it doesn't matter if he says the approval of the community, because it doesn't matter if he says it. If the majority of the community has accepted over themselves, then it will become halacha for them, not for everybody, because nowadays there is no way to impose halacha to the whole people of Israel. There's no way. We don't have Sanhedrin. So that's why Rabbi Moshe Feinstein permits halaf stam to the people in America, but Rav Ovadia Yosef is against that, because he lives in Israel. So in Israel it's forbidden, in America it's okay. In Israel you have to do halaf Israel, in America people are more lenient.
Can I ask a question?
That doesn't mean there is a new halacha. It's a perspective and opinion of
no, but what you're saying, again, there's halachas.
I'll get you in, Bianca.
Wait. There's halachas that they have no determination. So you can argue them, right? And you can interrogate them, like you said, different ways. But there's psak halacha. Don't tell me no, because you will be wrong. Psak halacha, and we have many of them, and I can bring many of them. Me, by the way, not using ChatGPT and using okay? I can think of,
Wow.
As of right now, boom, the toothpaste, right? They had a halacha that in Yom Kippur, you're not allowed to use it, and now we all going and following the way, if I'm not mistaken, was Ovadia Yosef again that took it out. So there is a lot of halachas that we didn't have in the Sanhedrin time that we agreed on today.
Yeah, but
All
don't call
right.
it halacha. That's a psika. That's not halacha.
Okay, can I hear Bianca's question? Then I'll get to Polly.
Yeah, I had a question
Bianca, go ahead.
for Moshe and Asher and Joe. Are you okay? Because I know Joe is a Zionist, so I'm not less directed towards you, but I also want to hear your answer. But as Asher and Moshe, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, are you pro-Israel but not Zionist, not anti-Zionist, but not Zionist but pro-Israel?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys willing to go up, or allowed to, according to your religious view, allowed to go up to Habayit?
What? The
Are you
word?
According to
allowed
the
to go?
You're
Rambam,
allowed to go to Har HaBayit. Yes, of course we're allowed.
No, well, no,
I'm
because there were
stringent.
signs. There were so
I'm a stringent. I don't, but I don't know Asher.
you wouldn't do it. Okay, Asher, would you go up?
according to the Rambam, you're not allowed to go. There's other opinions to disagree. I think the Ramban says you could. The Rabbit says you could. The Rambam says you cannot go. You know,
Wait,
have I been up there? Yes, I've been up there, but that doesn't mean
you've
that.
been
that
Asher, everybody's not allowed to go?
Yeah,
Or
it says
certain
there's a
people?
lot of
everybody is
One
not allowed to
second.
go according to the Rambam.
yeah, it says a lot of signs. It's forbidden according to like rabbinic law. There's a lot of signs that you cannot come. So that's why I was curious where you guys stood. Sorry, that was it. I was just
All right,
I just-
Polly. Hold on one second. Polly, how are you?
Hi, good, thank you. How are you all? Hi,
I'm
NYC.
great. What brings you? Oh, you're cool with NYC, Joe. What brings you up?
Because of the pitch you have.
Oh, we're not
'cause
talking about
basically-
the picture right now.
Ah,
It's National Rabbi Day here, so I'm trying to get as many rabbis as possible in here.
no.
Here, can I get someone to co-sign my idea? Here, Rabbi Moshe, did I say
No,
anything
I'll
inaccurate
drop
between what the halacha?
All right, Polly, we appreciate you. Come back
Yeah,
later
I
on
do.
tonight. I'll be
I
live.
will. Thank you, babes.
Thank you,
Bye.
love.
Yeah, well, it was basically the same thing that he said that you could create halachas, right?
No, you cannot create halacha. You can do
Right.
a psika, like your opinion.
Yeah, psika. I meant psika. Again.
Yeah, but
Guys,
that's
no
not
halakha.
creation.
Come on, if you
Being
meant
posek
psika,
halakha
it's
Wait,
psika.
Sajida. Thank you. I meant psika. Yes.
Coño.
No,
Okay.
bro.
No coño. Es
W my patience.
100%.
W my patience.
Very
Joe,
good.
you
Don't
can
get
be that
emotional. I'm
NYC
proud
Joe
of
is
you.
NYC Joe is an Israeli Puerto
Good
Rican.
morning. Okay, can I pitch in, Bianca?
Wait,
of
Bianca.
course.
wait, hold
Laser,
on,
go ahead.
hold on one second. Laser, you're just right now. I spoke to you about 6 hours ago. You were about to become a Christian, right? Is that still the case?
No comment.
Okay,
I don't
no
have to
comment.
become one.
And-
We are all under the covenant of
Dave,
God.
he knows it's YouTube recorded now, so he's very careful about what he says.
Okay,
Dave,
all
let me
right.
just add.
Okay,
let me
so
just
Wait,
add.
hold
so
on.
I
Let
wanna
Laser
elaborate.
talk.
Wait, I
Let
want to
just-
add something about Har HaBayit.
okay,
which
go
is the
ahead,
Temple
Joe.
Mount. The Temple Mount, us not going there, is a custom that certain flows believe. In general, you're
No,
allowed
no,
to
no,
go
no,
there.
no, no, no,
Yes,
no, 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 no,
Ashkenazis,
no,
maybe
no,
you
no,
guys
no,
are
no,
not
no,
allowed.
no, no,
The majority
no,
of
no, no,
Jews
no.
can go.
The Rambam was not an Ashkenazi.
Dave.
Anyways,
Ramban went there himself.
no, he did not. So let me
Yes, he
educate.
did.
Let me educate you.
Oh my
Rambam
gosh.
went
Joe,
there.
listen.
So according to the Rambam, there is a tiny place of what we consider today as the Temple Mount of the Har HaBayit that is not technically the Har HaBayit. So let me elaborate. What's the Har HaBayit today? Before they built the second temple, they realized they have a problem because a lot of people were unalived on that place, and there's a problem how to make sure everything should be okay. So what it did is they built a new Har HaBayit on top of it, called Kippin al Gaba Kippin. The halacha is, in Judaism, in order for Tima not to go over, it has to be like Kippin al Gaba Kippin. There's a certain way how it gets constructed. I might do a post about it once. That's how they build it, 3 layers. And that above, they cover it with grass like a mountain, whatever. So the Har HaBayit of today is not really only the Har HaBayit of then, it's actually bigger. There is a map from the Rambam of a certain place where we think that it's Har HaBayit, but according to the maps it isn't. Therefore, in that place we can go. However,
that's
as a
incorrect.
precautionary measure,
That's
nobody
incorrect.
really goes even there either.
That's incorrect. I apologize. That's incorrect.
Can Asher confirm
Now,
if that's
if you want to
incorrect or
correct
not?
me, hold on, Sajida, please. I'm begging you. Messianic Jews, it's our rabbis over here arguing and me. But without being said, if you wanna prove me wrong, please bring a proof. Please, I would love to see it. Or direct me somewhere.
Well, Laser went to go get it.
Let me get this right.
You were asking me. Your manners are low. Thank you for
Honey.
your service, healthcare hero.
Thank you.
Lol.
Okay, what is the question again, Mr. NYC? What is the question
Joe
again?
doesn't like repeating himself.
He said,
Right.
"Can you bring a
I
source
liked
that,
it.
to explain that for him? Can you bring a
The
source?"
Rambam, the
Laser?
Rambam itself. I don't have it open in front of me, but I have to look
Laser,
it
you
up.
can't just be like the
But
Rambam.
Laser, let me get this right. The same Rambam that said you can't go there already been there. God damn it.
No, he was never there. He was in the place that he taught that you can actually go, which is not read the
All
Harabah.
right, let Joe clarify. Go, Joe.
If he wants to make a claim, please bring up a proof proving me wrong. That's
Okay,
how it works.
I will be later in shul, and with the help of God Almighty, I'll send for Bianca a picture of it, and she can post it.
Will you attend? Hey, Laser, real quick. I'm so sorry, Asher. Laser, on Sunday, will you be attending church?
We have a heavy. We're expecting a heavy snowstorm in my area on Sunday.
Okay, I'll re-ask it a different way. Last Sunday, did you go to church?
Last Sunday there was actually also snowing.
Okay. Okay.
In New York, where I live.
Okay.
Anyone who knows where I live knows that I'm saying the truth.
All right,
Rock
fair
Israel,
enough.
hello.
All right, Asher, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Here, so truth be told, there's different opinions. The Rambam says no. I think the Rabbit says yes. The Ramban says yes. There's different opinions, and they either allow it or prohibit it for different reasons. Some allow it, because they say that there's no holiness there anymore, and some people think that there's still like Kedushas Israel. That there's different opinions, right? There's someone that based off a vision. I think it's the Ravid, like who had a vision that said you could go. So there's different opinions. Like
Rabbi Yasher, the entire idea, when the people say you can go, it comes from the law, which is Tumah Hutzah B'tzibur. But
Maybe
that's
he
not
had
really
a
the
bad
case.
experience there.
Laser, you're pro Asher, correct? Laser? Father Laser?
It depends on the day.
No, but
Okay.
He is. He's 100%.
Okay, I just
Father
okay.
Laser?
That's why
Father Laser, that's what I'm calling him now.
That's what's beautiful in Judaism. In the end of the day.
Wait, hold on, Joe.
Wait, let me
Asher,
just
wait, stop,
say
Joe,
something
please.
nice about
Joe,
my religion.
please. Joe, please stop, Joe.
Educational. Very educational.
Asher, were you done with your thought?
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Okay, go ahead, Joe. Floor's yours.
Thank you. That's the thing that's very beautiful about our religion. ChatGPT will never tell you that, but I can. Is the fact, yes, the fact that you can argue, the fact that you can argue nonstop for hours and hours and hours, but then go and walk with each other home and have dinner. The fact that you can argue nonstop, but then go and walk with. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can argue the Bible and the Gemara, yet stay good friends, and you guys just can't see it. So if later, you understand what I'm saying? Like you can argue the Bible and the good friends, and you guys just there is pro Asher. I can understand, but they can still can argue, right, Asher?
Well, he's arguing with you. He's not arguing with me. I don't know.
There is pro Asher. I can understand, but they can still.
Well, he's arguing with you. He's not arguing with me. I don't know.
Well, let me explain why I asked that question. Is Laser cut Asher off, and Laser allows it. If somebody like Bianca or somebody that is okay with Asher, he does not get emotional. But when it's somebody like Lit or somebody that despises Asher, I just wanted to make sure. So that's why I asked.
I have questions.
Go ahead, yo, man. The floor is yours.
Okay, who's the Rambam to the Jewish community? What if he had a bad experience at this location and he telling y'all don't go there, please? Have you guys thought about that?
Who's he? With the Rambam? You mean?
Is it a she, he? Who's the Rambam to you guys? I don't know who the Rambam is.
Oh, Maimonides. I'm sorry, the Maimonides. Yeah, no, like if he's going to give advice, I mean, as a figure, I don't think he was a rabbi. There weren't rabbis back then. Like he's telling you according to Jewish law that it's allowed or not allowed, not just that I don't like it, right? Unless he's getting personal advice, like health advice. The Rambam gives a lot of medical advice. That's his personal opinion. But anything that has to do with law, that's either allowed, Isser v'heter, like yes or no, it has to be based off of something. In Judaism, we don't have unwritten rules.
I have a question for you, Asher. Hi,
Hey,
everyone.
hey, paparazzi, just hold on. I just want to point out, Lolly's having a meltdown in the chat. Number one, number two. I posted to my story where I have put like heart eye emojis towards somebody, and it has flagged it. How the fuck does it allow Lolly to say, "Oh my god, what the fuck"? Okay, Lolly, quit having a fucking meltdown. Get up here, paparazzi. How are you, love?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah.
Having a fucking meltdown. Get up here. Paparazzi, how are you, love? Go ahead with your question.
Yeah. Okay. So when I asked this question to Asher, it's not that I'm going to take his word for it. I just genuinely curious because I do cover my hair as a married woman, and I believe that that's the right thing to do. But I do know sometimes I just for curiosity I like to ask questions regarding that specific topic. And Asher, what do you say about that? What's your understanding of it?
What do you mean? I mean, the halacha is
A
that a
woman
married
who
woman,
gets married has to cover her hair, yes or no?
100%.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, I was just curious to know
Wait,
your
hold on,
point
hold
of
on.
view.
All right, so according to Shulchan Aruch, according to Mishnah Torah, and according to the Gemara, all women have to cover their hair. That's the halacha. Nowadays, we've adopted this like this makel stance that only married women cover their hair. But if you look in Shulchan Aruch Even Ezer, right? I think it's Kuf Aleph. It says a panusha, a garusha, an almana. That means a single woman, a married woman, a widowed woman, divorced woman. They all have to cover their hair. That's a halacha. I'm not saying that it's from the Chumash, but it's for sure by Chazal. So 100%.
So you're saying even single women have to cover?
According to Shulchan Aruch, according to the Rambam, according to halacha, yes, it's like
Halacha?
it's a minhag.
Okay, which halacha is that? Which one? Which one?
Eben Hazer, Eben Hazer 23. 21
But
or
it's
23.
debatable, Asher. It's debatable.
That's very
No.
interesting.
It's
Never
clear,
heard of
black
that
and
one
white.
before.
It's clear, 100%.
Okay, what about the laws of Nida?
What about it? I'm an Orthodox Jew. Like, why would you think that
No,
I'm going to tell you to do an Isser Karas?
No, listen, I don't know you very well. You're very controversial.
Okay,
You say
only
things,
for people who don't like me.
You say things
Okay.
that, no.
I don't teach anything against Jewish law.
She's not coming at you, Asher.
Paparazzi's
Just
like
relax.
really, she's a
Just
really
relax.
awesome woman.
Paparazzi's,
She's not
yeah.
attacking
All right.
you.
I'm really not attacking anyone. I'm not here for drama, but I just literally was genuinely curious because it's a thing that interests me a lot about covering my hair. It's hard to do, but I do. Just literally was genuinely curious because it's a thing that it's hard to do, but I do it for like years already, and I always tend to be attracted to that topic. So curiosity got me to asking you, Asher, because you're different a little bit.
I'm not as different. Like people in Israel,
you
are
know what I'm
common with
saying.
different opinions. Yes, in America, most people don't know anything other than what Chabad teaches or Young Israel teaches. Okay, but people who learn in yeshiva know what the halacha is, and they'll tell you we've adopted this minhag, and even during Nida and counting, right? They've adopted this strict opinion that we count like a ziva gedolah, like a woman who bleeds excessively. People don't know that the Mishnah counts less days, right? Just people don't know. I do know, and I don't blame you for coming to this conclusion because there's people spreading rumors that I'm a Reform rabbi, and yes, Reform rabbis don't even tell you to go to the mikvah. Honestly, I think I'm the only real Orthodox rabbi on TikTok, honestly, because I'm the only one who actually knows the sources, and I'm quite dumb, like in the Jewish world, but just the people who claim to be rabbis on TikTok really know nothing and make me look smart.
What's even more beautiful than being knowledgeable
Shots
is
fired.
what's
Go
more
ahead,
beautiful.
paparazzi. Go ahead.
What's
Go
more
ahead, go ahead.
beautiful than being knowledgeable and learning and all this stuff and being educated is being humble. So let's keep it humble.
Well, I specifically said I'm quite dumb. Just the people
No,
who
I
challenge me
know,
on
but you
TikTok
said-
know nothing about Judaism.
But you did say you're the smart. Okay, anyways, whatever.
What is Moshe? Is Moshe not Orthodox?
Oh, Moshe is on my side. He's my teacher,
But
by
it's
the way.
the first time I hear this, so I'm definitely gonna look into this about single women having to cover their hair according to halacha.
Yeah.
This is something
Yeah.
never heard. So you see, this is
No,
one
he's
example where other
BSing.
rabbis will
He's
not agree.
BSing. Don't listen to him.
No, so that's what I'm saying. So this is where it becomes funny. But yeah, okay. So that was just my question for the day.
Paparazzi, are you a Rabbi Lit fan?
We're on a public platform, aren't we? Yeah, I like him a lot. I like him a
Okay.
lot.
All right, so ask him to debate me on this topic.
He's
Let's
very
do
smart.
something on
Oh,
top.
He's
yeah.
very smart. He talks
Well-
very he's very articulate. I like the way he. But
Yeah,
everybody
it's very
has their
easy to
own
be
way.
smart when you don't have other people challenge your ideas.
Oh.
No, I mean I can't speak for him. I don't know. I'm
All
just,
right, so bring him up. Here, look, I have Rabbi Moshe here.
Share the live with him.
Here,
He's on
Rabbi
the-
Moshe
he's-
is down
he's doing
here, and Rabbi
shtickles.
Moshe
Not
knows
gonna
100
come.
times more than I do in Torah. Here, Moshe, did I say anything inaccurate?
Nah, not really. No.
Okay.
So, so 1 second. So Rabbi Moshe.
Where it shows that every woman have to cover her head.
Yeah,
Please.
Rabbi
Even
Moshe, do you agree with
Even
that?
as a Chav Gimel.
Oh, so you also.
Chav Gimel.
Kav Gimel?
Can.
Okay, I'll read it. Guys, now we do need ChatGPT, by the way.
Oh no, Joe!
No, actually, you need to go and pick up the Shulchan Aruch, Even Ha'ezah. You shouldn't go to ChatGPT. Go and pick. You should have a Shulchan Aruch in your house.
I do, actually.
So 1 second. So Rabbi Moshe, you also agree that single girls walking in the streets do have to cover their hair as well?
No, what I'm saying is that the halach in the Shulchan Aruch says so.
How come we're not doing it?
The minhag changes. Like we don't do a lot of things that are written in the Shulchan Aruch. You know, like for example, the Shulchan Aruch says that whenever you have a mix of milk and meat, and you don't know what to do if it's kosher or not kosher, you have to give it to a non-Jew to taste. We don't do that anymore. We do bittul b'shishin. So there are things that are written there, and we don't do it. Like that doesn't mean that we're more makel, we're more stringent. It changes.
So halacha changes, you say, with time.
Halacha doesn't change, but it's like we stop doing stuff when there is space for leniency. That's what I'm saying. When there is a space for leniency, because it doesn't come from a Torah perspective, it doesn't have a source in the Torah itself saying you can or you cannot do this. There is a little space of leniency in the Chazal leaf in the Talmud, mostly in the Mishnah, or sometimes in the Gemara. Some laws comes from the Gemara. So whenever there is a space for leniency, there is a principle that says koach dechetera adifa. The power of being of permission is better, because it means that and when somebody's always like forbidding stuff, is because actually he doesn't know, he's more scared. So that's a principle in halacha. And whenever somebody's going to do a pesach halacha, I mean the king, the champion of this principle was Rav Ovadia Yosef, the koach dechetera adifa, and he's always trying to look for the most lenient part, because what you don't want to do is to cause a burden on the tzibur, a burden on the public.
Yeah, but also you have to consider the fact that we don't live 15 and 2,000 years ago. We live today.
No, regardless,
changed.
Joe, because for example, we don't live.
Halachas, hold on, let me finish. And halachas are there's many of them that have no determination. So
Not necessarily.
You can't argue them.
I'm going to tell you why not.
And you need, by the way, according to our religion, you need to argue them.
I'm going to tell you why I disagree with you, Joe. For example, there is a principle like a Kohen. A Kohen is forbidden to marry a Gerusha, an Almana, and a Zonah. Right? So a Zonah...
Yes, I'm a Kohen.
What?
I'm a Kohen.
Okay, you're a Kohen. Okay, don't take it personal then. Okay, so a Kohen cannot marry a Gerusha, which is a divorce, an Almana, a widow, or a Zonah, which is a prostitute, right? But the rabbis say, what is a Gonah? A Zonah, I'm sorry. So the rabbis established that en Zonah el agioret. So the Kohanim are forbidding also to marry converts. So
that's BS. I got married with one, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get
don't do it.
Okay, I gotta stop because I don't want to.
But Rabbi Moshe, okay, so you said that things change with like for example the batul b'shishin.
Don't do it.
I don't want to.
But Rabbi Moshe, okay, so you said that things change with the you put some, if you mix meat and milk and it's just a drop and you that changed, so now we just do batul b'shishim. Okay, so what is
no, it doesn't change. There is an explanation.
You said we don't do it anymore. We do something.
We don't do it anymore, but there is an explanation why. So,
okay, perfect. So I don't care about the explanation. One second, I don't care about the explanation to this one. What I want to know is what's the explanation for today why young girls who are not married don't have to cover? What's the explanation why it's not like that anymore?
All right, there is Rav Yaakov Ending actually explains a little bit about that. And I don't remember the name of the sefer, but he says it's very difficult to keep a girl covering her hair every time, because if we say that this also applies for a young girl, right, for a single girl, then it's gonna be problematic, because how do we distinguish between married and single? So how this woman is gonna be attractive to a single man? So how do we make a shidduch if everybody's gonna look like married? So that's one explanation. The other is like, it's complicated to do it with. I don't remember exactly who said it, but it's very hard to to force like kids, little kids to keep a hat. In the case of the boys, imagine how difficult it's gonna be to keep a girl covering their hair every time. So it's gonna be complicated. But lefi halacha, I mean, based on the halacha, yeah, everybody should be covering their hair.
So where do we draw the line and say, well, maybe now we can just say it's very difficult
We
for
don't,
married
sadly,
women?
paparazzi. We don't draw the line, and that is the problem that we have nowadays. Right? It's difficult for married women, and that's
So
why
I disagree with Rabbi Moshe, and let me just correct you. We drew the line of us as a tribe choosing our rabbis, which is the Rabbanut, and let them argue the psikei halacha and the halachot, and let them correct, and then do a new psikei halacha, which means
Yeah, but that
new
doesn't work
rules.
like that. If there is part of the
New
people of
rules.
Israel that
Hold on,
doesn't
Rabbi
accept
Moshe, I
it,
love you. 1 second, brother. New rules to not ease, but to correct the past.
there's the only way to correct what a previous basin did is if you are graded in chokmah and graded in number. So there's no way nowadays that anybody can do bittul to any of the disposition or the enactment that the Sanhedrin did. So those halachot are still binding. If nobody's violating any halacha from the Sanhedrin, that is the difference. That's where you have to make the difference. It doesn't matter if you don't like it because it was from 2,000 years ago. We live chutz laaretz, right? Like you live in Israel, but we live chutz laaretz. We have to keep 2 days of Yom Tov. You don't. We are stuck with that. I cannot come up and say this is ridiculous. It doesn't apply anymore because we have technology to when the Yom Tov started, when the Yom Tov ends, or when the moon comes out, when the moon is a new moon. I cannot do it. Why? Because I'm still stuck with the decision of the Sanhedrin, and the only way to do bitul to that Sanhedrin is if it, like as a basin cannot do bitul to a basin chavero only if it's greater in chokmah or greater in mitzpar, in number. So that's it. We're stuck. So rabbis nowadays, the rabbi, call it whatever, the rabbanut, the greatest rabbi nowadays, cannot do anything to modify any of the halachot of the Sanhedrin. Sadly, you like it or you don't like it.
Depends
Nowadays,
which ones. No, but you have to be clear. You gotta clarify yourself. Depend which ones, because there is a halachot that when you sit in chavruta, aka the Rabbanut people, they can determine pesukei halacha differently than
for the
other
land of
people
Israel, not for the
interpret them
people of Israel.
many years ago. So it's all depend, and you gotta stay
The
corrected.
Rabbanut can only do psikalacha to the land of Israel and to the people that live there. They cannot do alachot for the whole people of Israel in general. They cannot tell the people in France that now they have to do whatever they decided because they are not the Sanhedrin. They have not that authority. They have authority for their own community. The same way the Rebbe of Sadmar decreed, like makes a psikei halacha for their people, for their community. Nowadays, the members of the Sanhedrin don't exist anymore, so we don't have a Sanhedrin to decree halachot for the whole people of Israel. That doesn't exist anymore.
100%. Yet, 100%. Yet, you do have Rabbanut here in the United States, or Rabbanut representatives. So if theoretically I got married in the Rabbanut in Israel and I moved to the United States and I live here now, and then I want to get divorced, I will go to a Rabbanut rabbi, which do exist over here all across the United States, and then it will consider as if I did it through the Rabbanut.
Okay, I don't know how that is connected to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there
Because you
is
said
no
that
one
because you said that the
single.
Rabbanut can only determine in Israel, and I'm telling you right
Yeah,
now that you're wrong. Because if we live abroad in Chutz Laaretz, outside of Israel, there's Rabbanut representatives
because you are
everywhere.
part of their community. You're an Israeli. You're part of their community, but they cannot decree anything for the people in Pennsylvania or the people in, I don't know, Michigan, because they have no authority over them unless that the people there are part of their community. Nowadays, rabbis have only authority
Who is
over
not a
their
part of their community?
communities.
Let me stop you. Who is not a part of the community? Can you name the flows?
I don't know, like the Hasidim
Satmar,
of Vishnitz are no part of the.
Vishnitz. No, I disagree with you.
My gosh! So you're saying
Actually,
now that
no,
the Rebbe of Vishnitz is the Rabbanut?
No, Vishnitz, Satmar, and Ettore Karta.
Who cares? Like Munkach also. What are you talking about?
So the most majority of the tribe follows the Rabbanut, even if they
No,
are
that
broad.
doesn't. The majority of the people of Israel are secular. What are you talking about?
I disagree. Where Asher went?
I don't know.
He got bored with you guys. You don't know how to let things go. You don't know how to
Tell them,
concede. You don't know
fucking
how to
Sajida.
reconcile.
Tell them.
I'm just
Tell
saying.
them.
Oh wow. Okay, I'll mute.
No, Joe. I was joking.
It's so
My
sad.
bad.
Stop it, Joe.
Wait, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT if I was correct or not. Hold on.
Oh no.
All right, here comes Elijah. Do you have a question for?
Oh, I'm gonna jump off this guy.
Why? What's wrong?
No, he's an absolute nut job. This
Yeah.
guy. And
He's always
he's like,
blaspheming.
he's tagging me in the comments saying like terrible things
saw.
about the mother of Jesus.
I
All right. I'm
thank
guessing
you.
he didn't have a question for a rabbi.
No, he
Oh,
just
he
came
was
up
just
to
gonna
attack
insult
us.
Yeah, he does that.
Paparazzi, do you have any paparazzi? I get the vibe, and correct me if I'm wrong. I get the vibe that you're not a big fan of Asher, but you're a big fan of Lit. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Why?
Because he goes against the grain. I don't know. It's like for the most part, people don't agree with Asher. I feel like if he was saying things that were like, how do I say this? Because I don't want to attack anyone, right?
Don't.
I don't want to attack anyone. I'm not.
No, no. Keep it simple, paparazzi. What is the number?
If the majority
We lost our
believes,
rabbis.
if the majority believes a certain path, if the majority of Jews believe a certain way, like for the most part, and then you have this one person that's saying other things, why would I think that one is the right one? I think that if the majority of people, it doesn't make sense to me. Like most of the people disagree with Asher with what he says. I don't know specific things what he says I'm not following up with everything that's going on here, but it seems that he's a
But
bit.
how do you form an opinion without hearing him out? I'm not defending anybody, but how do you dislike somebody based off?
I don't dislike him.
I'm sorry?
I don't dislike him. I just don't. I
Okay.
don't agree with the things. Like I don't agree with the way he's like. Okay, so for one example,
Like
I'll tell you
what?
one
Give me your number one complaint about Asher.
that he's converting people in 10 minutes or something like that. So I mean, I'm exaggerating, but he's
Do that. He says he makes the argument halachically you can, but he does not do that.
okay. I heard differently, but okay. So that was that's
No,
the
he
thing
said
that's
it a
right now.
million times. He said it a
I have a
million
question
times.
for the panel.
I just want to say I think there's a lot of people like paparazzi, and I'm not taking a shot at you, but reality is there's a lot of people on here that don't like Asher because they just hear others don't like him. And whenever they come up and I pose that question, why don't you like Asher? Usually the answer is something like what you just did.
Which is
Yeah, but can I just put my 2 cents in, Dave?
I just want to
ask a
allow.
question.
Hold on one second. I want paparazzi to respond if she'd like. If not, let me go to somebody else. Go ahead, paparazzi.
the only thing that struck me, and that's why I took a little bit. I got turned off is because of what I just said, which that he converts. He's been known
Understood.
to have done that. He's been known to have done that. Now I don't know if he did or not, but
Okay,
that's
so
what he
that's
did.
going
But
off
this
hearsay, like I
rumors
said.
because he's for years they've been questioning him on this. He's never done it. He says I've never done it. He just always argues from the point that it's permitted, based not well. I don't know in an hour in a day. It's permitted according to the to halacha, but he's never done it.
All right, can I hear from Sajida, please? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say why I feel like it's the way that it is. For example, something that just played out on the panel today, paparazzi asked Asher a question about women covering their heads. And Asher gave the answer straight from the halacha, how it was, not how it's implemented today, right? And that's where the problem is. And if we didn't go into the explanation with NYC Joe's questions and Moshe answering them, people would have just assumed that Asher is lying because not all girls or all women are supposed to cover their hair. But in reality, that's what the halacha says. It's just implemented
You're
differently
wrong.
today.
You're wrong.
And Moshe gave a reason why. So most of the most of the things Asher just answers straight up from the halacha and the sources, and people just assume that he's either lying or trying to bring change. But
No,
he's
he's
just
not
being very
lying.
factual
He's not
with
trying to
his.
bring change. It's just wrong.
You're gonna have to prove him wrong, and you guys
I
have been
did.
trying
I
to do
proved
that
him
for
wrong.
a year and a half now, and no one has been able to
No,
yet, Joe.
excuse me. I don't remember ever having a debate with somebody biblically or religious wise, and when they leave the debate, they concede. If they concede, it means that they can no longer argue with you.
Okay, so
Not
let's
because
set
you
up a
offend
debate
them.
with
Hold on, I'm
just you and
sorry. I
Asher.
didn't finish. Not because you offend them or disrespect them, because you were right, they were wrong, and now they left.
So, Joe, you think they left because of you?
I asked ChatGPT, and that's what ChatGPT said.
Oh, come on, Joe. That's
What?
crazy.
That's what ChatGPT says. What the hell, Sajida?
Listen, I asked the question, when do you win a debate?
And what did it say?
When the other side concede and leave.
Oh, fuck
Boom.
yeah.
WNYC
Oh,
Joe
no.
guys.
All right, everybody buckle up. Go ahead, MK.
Yes. By the way, I heard Asher in his own live, and he's amazing. He wants to know about Judaism. He investigated. He like doing a research. What he asked question about Judaism, and I
Bye,
love
Sajida.
it. I love it. You know why? Because he spread our Judaism, our beautiful Judaism. Okay, and I don't care if you disagree or agree, or I don't care because why? Jesus was spreading our Judaism, okay, and our Bible, and Muhammad spread our, Harabait and our Torah and Bnei Israel. Everybody is a PR of us. You
Okay,
don't
so are
get
you
it?
okay with 30-minute conversions, yes or no?
No, because
Okay.
we're not missionary. Judaism is not missionary. We don't supposed to say, come and join us. No, we don't
Okay,
do
what
that.
about a week conversion? Like one or 2 weeks. Are you okay with that?
I don't care. As
Okay,
long as
okay.
everybody is not going to be Muslim and
Like one or 2 weeks.
as
Okay,
long as
okay.
everybody is not going to be Muslim and Shmeris, I don't care. And everybody knows about Jewish now. All the world knows about Jewish and Bibi. Okay, so
Okay,
we are.
tremendous.
I love it. You know why? Go to his live, sit quiet outside, don't say nothing, don't join, and you will hear him saying, okay, what about this? What about why there's like a different, no, איך אומרים טקסים? No, ritual about this Mizrahi and Ashkenazi, why they are so different, and everybody answer them and answer him, and then he, okay, about this cover the head, okay? It's bullshit. You know why? Because back then, people would cover their head because in this area there was like sand and storm and everybody like sandstorm, and everybody need to cover the head and need to put like in the face not to be choked from the sand. And now it's like this is the religion. This is what you're supposed to do. No, okay, I'm with this dress, and Asha doesn't love me because I'm with this dress. Think I'm a whore.
Oh no.
Yes.
MK, can I ask you just another
Cover
question?
yourself, woman.
MK, one more question. Are you a fan of Rabbi Lit?
I'm not a fan of any rabbi. Yourself, woman.
MK, one more question. Are you a fan of Rabbi Lit?
Fan of any rabbi. You know why? Because I'm not going to by the rabbis. I'm
Okay.
secular, right? But I'm Jewish. I'm Of any rabbi, you know why? Because I'm not going to buy. I'm
Okay.
secular, right? But I'm Jewish. I'm practicing everything that I'm supposed to do. Now, when he asked Joe about the rabbanut, and he said, "Oh, everybody in Israel is secular, but you need to go by the rabbanut in everything, in bar mitzvah, in brit, in a wedding. You need to go by the rabbanut in everything. If you open a food store or something like that, a restaurant, you need to go by the rabbanut.
We
Okay,
do. We
everything
do.
in
Okay. So we do follow the Rabbanut unless we have a custom that we're following, then you don't have to follow the Rabbanut. You keep on going with your custom. That's
there's a
how it
custom,
works.
and you need to get married by the rabbanut. Okay, everybody,
Okay.
every Jewish. If you're
So
not go, ma,
yes,
why?
yes, of
If you're not
course.
like
Yes, of
Ezrachit,
course.
okay.
But I'm not talking about that.
You're
I'm
doing
talking
a
about other
Brit.
things.
You're doing a Brit. You're going by the Rabbanut. You're doing a Bar Mitzvah. You're going by the Rabbanut.
Yes.
Everything is Rabbanut.
Yes.
In
100%.
Israel, you're going on divorce. You're going, I don't know what, okay, you die. You die by the Rabbanut. You need to go everything by the Rabbanut. Even though you are secular, you don't need to be like religious and cover your head and like a Taliban. No, you don't need to
All
do
right,
that.
MK.
Yeah.
I just want to wrap things up. That's your final word. Court, final word for you.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good. You can let, I feel like others have more to contribute today. Go ahead.
Your thought process on the last broadcast we were in.
All the gifting. Everyone was so generous today.
Very
Thank
good.
you for that generosity. That was
Oh my
fantastic.
Very
god.
good. All right, that's where I was going. Bianca, final word.
Nothing. Shabbat shalom to everybody. This was
Shabbat
entertaining and
shalom.
fun. I can't wait for the drama to
Joe.
end. Wait, my final word, girl. Wait 1 second.
Okay.
I cannot wait for the drama to end, but it will end when people start doing the right thing. And then it'll end. But
Very
anyways,
good. All right.
Joe, we're gonna
MK, you already had
open
your
a live.
final word. You rambled on for 20. Go ahead, MK. Go ahead.
Okay, I heard that Joe wants to do Lali's dog shish kebab. Okay,
Yes.
and now
No,
Lali's
Bombi said the
very
shish kebab.
yes, a shish
Listen,
kebab.
Lolly's having a rough day. Leave her
Leave the
be,
dog
okay?
alone.
All right,
No.
paparazzi's final word. Go ahead, love.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. No, I'm just. You know what? What is there to say other than have a great day, Shabbat Shalom, and we can continue this conversation another time. There's
Yes,
so
we're gonna
much.
have Ask a Rabbi maybe every Friday.
Yeah, that's wow. That I would
Friday
love that.
mornings?
Yeah, of course, Friday mornings. Let's get ready to rumble.
Rumble.
What's up, Lolly?
Oh,
Okay,
hey.
so now you will see me have a fucking meltdown.
Oh, fuck
Don't
yeah.
you ever come for my dog again.
Lolly.
Oh,
Okay,
hey.
so fucking meltdown.
Oh, fuck
Don't
yeah.
you ever come for my dog again. All right, Mr. Cohen, Mr. Sham Schmeckel, you will have no more Schmeckel. Do you understand?
I
Do
didn't
not
Lolly,
say
come
why
for
are you
my
wait, Lolly, why
Mr. Cohen, Mr. Sham Schmeckel. Do you understand?
I
Do
didn't
not
Lolly,
say
come
why
for
are you
my
wait, Lolly,
why
why
are
are
you
you
attacking
saying it?
me?
Oh, fuck yeah.
do not
Why
come
are
for
you
my
Why are
dog
you
again.
saying in the chat the whole time saying another Jew telling Jews blah blah
Because
blah?
it's true, Dave. Would I go and tell a Christian about their religion? I wouldn't. So it's bottom line, full stop. I love it when people try and preach to us what our religion is, what our traditions are, and what our customs are.
Why do you hate Asher?
I won't be on the same panel as him. He's
No,
done.
that's fine. That's fine. Why do you hate the
We
man
are
or
team.
just don't like
We
him?
are team Lolly. Do you
Yes,
see?
of
We
Yes,
are
course. We
team
W
are.
Lolly.
Lolly in the
Everybody loves
comments.
W Lolly.
Lolly.
Yahoo! Thank you,
W
Kat.
Lolly in the comments.
So there you go. Why do I dislike him?
Yeah.
There are a number of reasons, but I can tell you one of my main things is his whole idea with conversion, what he has said about the mikveh. Paparazzi, you can understand with what I'm saying regarding the mikveh and how holy he has said about the mikveh. You can understand with how holy it is. And if you notice something about him, he's an excellent debater. And one of the reasons he is so good at at this is because he speaks extremely fast. So you only catch on to every second or third word that he says. But he's an excellent debater, and I would love to see somebody. But he's an excellent. Love to see somebody really as strong as him debate him.
Who can out debate him besides Rabbi NYC Joe?
Reuven.
God bless you.
I don't think Reuven would do it. Rabbi Lit has been here before.
wouldn't do it.
Where's Lit? Why
Reuven
hasn't
wouldn't do it? But Reuven could absolutely. I think that Reuven would be even better because he's just actually Rabbi Lit with his knowledge, but Reuven with his debating skills.
Okay, the last question, just to scale 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. How much are you going to enjoy our new segment here every Friday morning, Ask a Rabbi with Dave?
Do you know what I'm going to do? As long as he is
Light
on
shit
your
on
panel,
fire?
as long as he is on your panel, from now on, I'm going to make sure that there's a proper Torah live on my panel.
Okay,
That
will
is
you
what I'm
start
gonna
up a live bashing Captain Jonathan and
I
myself?
don't know.
Oh, okay.
Bashing, listen, I don't have to bash him. He came up and Jonathan.
Oh, you took her
Hello,
breath away, Jonathan. You took her breath away.
Team Jonathan, good Shabbos. Jonathan, NYC said he's going to make shish kebab out of my dog.
What?
Yes. Can you tell him what to do with that?
NYC Joe, listen very carefully. If you're doing a shish kebab from her dog, let me know. I want to come eat.
Oh, no.
My God, Jonathan.
Just kidding, just kidding.
Oh my God. I'm done.
But Lolly, how did that start yesterday where people were messaging me that you were talking shit on me? I come in and
Don't get over yourself, okay? It was because
get over myself.
yeah, it was a whole like just every time you see me today, you are like, oh my gosh. First of all, no one was bashing you. That's firstly. I called you a cute as a button. I called you a cute little button. But what I did say is
You
it is
roasted the
enough.
shit out of us.
Man, I was so embarrassed. Loli, why are you mad at me? Just I wanted to know because yesterday I got blocked on your live.
How did everybody get blocked on my live?
I don't know.
Called you unblocked.
Rogue mods.
NYC, are you blocked? Dave, are you blocked?
Hello,
No, I'm not blocked.
Lolly, it was your moderator.
The mod that blocked everybody. I'm cool with that
Listen,
person.
it was going so quickly.
For now.
I don't know who blocked who, but let me just make sure you are unblocked. Hold on a second.
Oh, thank you.
You're not blocked.
Yeah, I got
Jonathan.
released. Somebody got released me.
Oh, you got out of jail free?
Free.
And you didn't even have to pay me?
Well, there's
Yeah,
still.
Lolly.
Oh, wait a second. I need to pay you a little bit. Lolly, tell me why are you mad at me? What did I do?
Yeah,
I told you yesterday. I told you yesterday, but you still don't like what I told you.
Is it true that you called CJ and I Jerry Springer?
Oh, absolutely. I've even canceled my Netflix.
But why is it that 24 hours prior to that conversation with Captain Jonathan, you said you didn't know who he was?
Because you were saying CJ. Who the fuck is CJ? I know him as Jonathan.
Go watch the replay. Go watch the replay.
You said
Follow me on
Captain
YouTube
Jonathan,
and fucking watch it. I asked it multiple ways. You silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. All right, final word to Jonathan and then Joe, and then I'm done with this live. I gotta call.
Lolly, I love you.
Lolly, you're making it about you, Lolly.
I'm going to open up the live, and you can come back, and I will tell you why again. Why again? I was very extremely disappointed.
Okay,
Am I invited back?
With you and as a fellow Jew, Joe.
Oh no!
You ever talk about my dog again?
All right, Lolly, you're making it about you. We love you, okay? Jonathan said it in the
Can you
chat.
take
We're all team
Khorsheed's
Lolly.
block powers away? Take Khorsheed's block powers away because we're all blocked.
Yeah.
You're all unblocked, and no one mentioned Khorsheed's name. Like, let's just leave her off. Okay.
Okay. Final word to Jonathan, and then Joe. I'm
W Dave, W panel. Lolly, we love you.
Yes, Lolly. Yes.
You love me. I know you guys love me.
W Snickers and don't eat
But
dog
you
food.
criticize
Thank you,
Jonathan and
Paul.
I. Would you platform Jonathan and I, even though we're Jerry Springer?
Absolutely.
Oh, great.
I'm always into a good. I'm always into a good laugh. But there's a line that Jerry Springer also
She
had
didn't
a
say
hard.
she didn't like Jerry Springer.
Exactly.
Oh, but she was talking shit as if we were the worst people on this app.
Yeah, who said that Jerry Springer is bad? But
He's just an
is like-
instigator.
I mean,
exactly.
And to be fair, she was suing one of us, at least one of us.
I'm under a lawsuit.
Oh my
Get 'em.
gosh, here comes the pretzel talking again. Okay, no one was suing.
Pretzel
You
talking.
were talking about if somebody.
Lolly, you're making it about yourself, baby. And just, I want to explain this. I have to go.
You see, this is why he gets along with Asher and those people.
Oh, no, shots
Because,
fired.
tries to talk over. And
No,
then-
Lolly, I said I have a conference call. Lolly, I want to explain the pretzel comment. I said when people come up here, the Muslims, the Democrats, the pathological liars, what I do is I twist them up in a pretzel and then I post the videos of them just flat out lying. Okay, that's what I do, Lolly. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my goal when I start up a live, and your goal is to bash Jonathan and I. Final
Well,
word.
this is going to
and
be
what?
so much fun. Guys,
Okay.
I'm going to open up a live in
Oh, fuck yeah.
10
You
minutes.
go, baby.
It's all going to be about Joe, what's his
Dave
name?
and Captain.
And
she didn't know who Captain Jonathan was 48 hours ago. Now she does. All right, final. I gotta go. Joe, where do
See you
you
later,
sir?
guys.
Final
Hey.
sentence. If you ask ChatGPT, when you give gifts to someone, what does it mean? It means that you like them and love them.
Yes.
That's all I gotta say. W me for cooking without nothing, just my brain. Yalla bye.
Very good. Final word to NYC Joe.
W me for cooking without yalla bye.
Very good. Final word to NYC Joe. Lolly, we fucking love you, Lolly. Now go start up a live. Start with Jonathan first. Go in alphabetical order, right? C, Captain Jonathan, N, NYC Joe, Y, yo, baby daddy. I would just go in alphabetical order, make it easy on everybody. Cola, I hope you're well, love. All right, I appreciate you all. Joe, Y, yo, baby daddy. Alphabetical order, make it easy on everybody. Cola, I hope you're well, love. Thank you for attending Ask a Rabbi with Dave. Love you all. Behave. I'll be back later on tonight. Click the link in my bio. Love you all. Click the link in my bio. Follow me on YouTube. All right. I appreciate you all. All right. I appreciate you all.